there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into a dish. She's like, hey, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
Man, yes. Mic check, mic check. Oh, yeah.
People would say the problem's the youngins, but the starting group didn't score. So where does that leave
That
us?
wasn't me, man.
I believe you
Boog,
were in the
I need
starting
to get your
group.
opinion on this, and not to take us back to high school days here. I get a text from Derek the other day, Derek Sorensen. He goes,
Are we live?
We are
we're
live.
like, he goes, senior year, I was the undisputed leader and captain of that team. I was guarding everyone's best player. I was yada, 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 yada. And he was being dead ass serious. He was like, I was the leader of that team, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, am I just misremembering? I was like, Derek, like, I was there.
Yeah.
Like, I was there. I was like, hey, you were my captain, bro. Like, you were my leader.
No, I
don't know
remember-
if you were the whole team's leader.
I remember, like, he was
used to do the speeches,
he was
that's what he
definitely
said.
trying, like, he was definitely, like, trying to be the leader. And I give him credit. Like, I just don't think we were all, like, a camaraderie. Like, I don't think Rob was respected Derek as, like, the team captain. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like everyone was like, yeah, I'm gonna follow Derek into battle and, like, let's go. Like, it wasn't like that, but he definitely had some quotes.
It's interesting. Do you think the captain has to be, like, well respected and liked by everyone on the team? Or just has to be, like, someone that can carry the coach's message or something like that?
It depends.
I think
You need a whole buy-in. Like, he's got to be the guy, like, everyone's
for-
going to die for.
especially for high school, I think the further you go up, the more leeway you can have with your captain. More guys can not tolerate him because they're mature enough to see, like, hey, this is his role. He's going to be a fucking
cares?
dick. But
Yeah.
in high school, I mean, all of high school is a fucking political game. So then you put one person in charge, he automatically becomes the big swinging dick of the team. And it's like not to name names, but our senior year, we had one guy that tried to be captain and wanted it. And I was like, more power to you. But when your coach is calling you a pussy at practice in front of the whole team, it's kind of hard to take that captainship serious.
It's almost like, it doesn't matter how bad you want it. It's like, are you that guy or are you not that guy?
That's what I was gonna say.
And I mean, I love it. First dad.
Hey, first time over the pod. We're lethal combo here. Pick and roll.
No, but my senior year, the same team, I think guys quickly realized Josh doesn't even remember playing on the same team as me. That's crazy, by the way.
I know. That was such... Yeah, I'm not proud.
Still doesn't remember. Can't recall it.
You were getting minutes that year too, right?
Huh?
So weren't you getting minutes that year too?
Not till Jimmy got
Not till I got hurt. Literally, he only played after I not literally.
No,
he got my dead minutes.
Hey, man. Someone's got to pick up the slack.
But I remember giving out like pilled out speeches in the huddle before like the game, being like being the guy, be like, this is where we fucking do it. Like, we don't stop. We step on their necks. And I remember like coming up with some shit and like walking away and be like, oh, that was pretty good. I don't know where I came up with that.
Hey, you got coaching in your blood, Jim.
I know.
Gotta
Get out there.
Should be a coach. But yeah, I don't know how important that captain role is. But it is funny when someone who definitely shouldn't be a captain tries to assume it, and you're like, let's pipe down there for a minute.
Anyone that
buddy.
wants it too bad probably shouldn't be the guy.
have
You know, that's always a good kind of thing there.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. With you guys with the alumni game, that's a tough sell, losing to the varsity team that we later went and watched and looked like doo-doo. Yeah, I don't know.
Seems to be a repeated thing.
Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts on kind of the whole high school basketball scheme and landscape.
No, tell me. Man.
But
Let's hear it.
I think.
How do we improve high school basketball? Take away the shot clock.
Well,
right?
no, I'm
Bring it
speaking
back to the
Shorter
good old-
shorter shot
I'm
clock.
speaking
What in the
from
hell?
I'm speaking
That's
from
crazy.
a Willow Glen / public school standpoint.
Yeah.
Like, what's the main goal of when you play like basketball? Like, what's your like main goal high school basketball?
If I'm a high school
it's
basketball
to get
coach,
better. That should be the main goal.
No, but like
but like
championship wise.
See,
Like,
my thing is, All right, are you talking CCS? Is that
Yes.
where you're getting at?
Yeah.
You don't like the format?
No. I just think like not enough teams, because basically the situation that most public schools are in is they're gonna play a private school, and most of the time they get smoked.
They're going to be outsized.
History shows us they get smoked, so that's kind of where the change needs to happen.
I see.
How important, though, because I feel like a lot of the disconnect from private to public is those guys, they're in weightlifting. You know what I mean? Like there's like seasons leading up to their season, whereas we have tryouts and then we don't even like lift during the season. I'm not sure how much they would lift during the season. And it's like, it's hard to get public school people. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's one of the shitty things about public school. It's hard to get everyone to buy in when everyone's coming from different fucking.
You don't measure it by like the top athletes. You measure it by like the 40th guy on the football team. Like his body is going to look way different than the 40th guy on like a public school team from like the 4 years of like weightlifting and all the stuff that they have going on. I don't see why they can't just do their own league.
Well, and
like
that's
public.
That
private,
comes to
that's
the other.
easy split.
That's already
Pay for
the
your own shit.
WCAL.
And
So
that's
it's like-
the open division, but that's because that's kind of the whole point is like Valley Christian this year won Division 2.
Did they end up winning?
Yeah, and they were the
Cal High Sports.
They were one of the worst teams in the WCAL. Same with Taylor's senior year; they lost to St. Francis in the final.
Some are saying they
They
just
were-
needed they just needed a big man.
They were
that year.
the worst. They were the worst West Catholic League West Catholic team that year. So it's like,
When are we going to start doing drug testing over there in the Dub Cal, man?
Yeah, that's a.
I mean, unless you got AG going up there, I mean, it's kinda,
dude, I was telling someone about that. Like, it was like the 10-year anniversary this year of if we would have beat Aragon, we would have been playing Aaron Gordon and my cousin over at Moody.
That would have been
it would have been a shit show. And like I told everyone else, the only way I would have had to been thrown out of that game.
You're giving your cousin the elbow of justice, right?
I'm giving Aaron the elbow of justice. He might
So
still be
good.
wearing a face mask in the NBA to this day. But I mean, that's the only way. And it's dirty. It's
wouldn't
cheap.
that be amazing? Like
can't-
he's known like the mask, like he's known as the mask, and Jimmy's the one
Jimmy's the one
That would
who
be
caused
broke
hilarious.
his orbital.
No one would believe it. You tell that at the bar, people are
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah,
this guy's
literally.
had a few too many. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have been proud of it, but I'm willing to play dirty to win games, especially
WG
with
Bully, baby.
yeah, great video.
Great video. I mean, we talk about it all the time when we're watching sports. It's like if you're in the Super Bowl and you're playing against Patrick Mahomes, right?
Right.
You send someone after he throws the ball, he's just standing there, dead target, and you take out his knees.
Yes.
And you break his meniscus, his MCL, his
I,
LCL, his ACL, and you let fucking Travis Henny or whoever the fucking backup quarterback is try and beat you. Hey, is it vicious? Yes. Do you want to get caught on camera saying what I'm saying? No.
Yeah.
So
But-
Sean
but-
Payne way, baby.
But do you
Right.
freaking
You
go
would.
take a hit so we can be Super
Dude.
Bowl champ? Everyone talks about how bad they want to win it. They'll cut off their own finger, but they won't cut off Patrick Mahomes' finger. What's going on here?
Yeah, I feel like doing injury to yourself is way more of a prideful thing than injuring.
But like
someone
not
else.
even like going
I'm
like
not even advocating.
not
for
even
killing the guy,
catastrophic
but
like
just-
that. But like, because there was a time, I think it was last year, Broncos Raiders, where like Derek Carr was on the sideline and he like barely got out, and like this guy had a clean shot, and it's like, dude, blow him up. He's out for the rest of the game. Like, take the fine, take the 15 yards, and let's fucking get going.
And even more so in basketball. Like if I'm playing against Jokic, I'm making sure he has to fall to the ground and get back up. And fall to the ground and get back up. It doesn't. You send in a big body. Send DeAndre Jordan in there,
That's-
and you put him on his ass.
That's
10
the thing.
times.
That's the thing the Lakers need to
He's
understand.
big.
Yeah.
Big people hate getting up.
He needs to have a big guy on him at all times.
But he destroys big guys around the perimeter. That's
Tristan
the
Thompson, baby.
issue. Tristan Thompson.
Nah,
get
last year,
outta
game
here.
4, I'm telling you, they
Oh,
went to it too late. They went to it too late.
The problem is a big guy can do that for 2 games. A big guy cannot do that over a 7-game series. But like you said, I don't know. I'm all on board for being dirty, but as a dirty player myself, there's ways to be dirty within the rules of the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm getting
I
at
don't
with the
know.
basketball take, you know?
Yeah.
Just put him on the ground. Don't break his meniscus. I might have took it a
Right.
little far.
But okay, so what, like the shit Draymond does, not the hitting, but like loose ball, he dives into guys first and then extends the arms at legs. How do you feel about that?
I
That feels
hate people diving at people's legs in basketball. Like, I hate that it's never a penalty either. Like, just because the ball's on the ground and you dive towards the ball doesn't mean you're allowed to jump into my leg.
But if the ball...
Or if I'm on the ground and the ball's loose, doesn't mean you get to jump on top of me to try and grab the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel that I the second one I feel more.
It's kind of a different point, though.
But no, because like on the loose balls, there's a guy on the ground. Like, why is that other guy not on the ground as well?
Exactly.
And
Good point.
that brings, I mean, then he's in the picture standing, your legs get fucking blown out from underneath you. But yeah, I don't know. I always love, my favorite one was clear in space. You would get the ball and just reverse pivot and like just a hard bring through, and the guy would inevitably put his face trying to like get up in your shit, and it would just every time just clean across the chops. And it's like, you gotta give me room to pivot, buddy.
I was gonna say that's always another interesting one. Is like at a certain point, when is the defender just allowed to be where he is, and how does the offensive player like? When is he just allowed to do his motion? You know?
I think,
like, is that just a no call, or does a call have to be made there? Like, you know what I mean? You hit someone with the elbow in the face.
it depends, but you do have room to clear space. Obviously, now the game's gotten a lot softer. Back then, 2 refs, these rules weren't all in place yet. You get away with a lot more. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. I think the game's just gotten too soft in general. Let players play. Let the defenders get in their shit. If they get elbowed, I would get up in their shit again. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you're doing something that's annoying the shit out of me, but the human reaction is give this guy space. I don't want to get hit.
The old Santa Teresa rules, they can't call every foul.
Dude,
that's kind of what we're getting at here with this discussion, is that they could only call so many fouls. There's only so much that a ref can do to penalize you in a game, compared to the damage you could do to the other team with just one dirty play.
Yeah, but again,
this isn't for the kids out there. We're talking.
This is strategy.
It does. It
For
brings up
professional sports. I had a question about kids. So if you were going to be the coach of a JV basketball team, right? High school sports, what is the most important thing you're telling your team? Like, what's the mindset? What are your first 2 rules? Like, what are your first rules?
Conditioning and defense. That's how we're gonna win.
Well, we're doing fundamentals.
Are we playing?
That's the first thing. You're going in there. We're getting flat balls. You're doing jump stops flat out. We're going back to the NJB days. People have been fucked up from NJB AAU on.
Yeah.
You need to really, and this is, I think, part of the reason my dad was a decent JC coach was, in JC, you're getting all the shitbirds that think they should be D1, right? If it wasn't for my grades, I'd be D1. No, you're a shitty basketball player too. So you need to re-break them, right? And that's the first thing. You're probably going to get 2 or 3 guys that quit. Might have a Coach Carter doing liners for the weeks to come, but
so important.
I think that, and then you start with fundamentals, and that's whatever. Because as a JV program, your goal is to get guys better, ready for varsity. It's winning games is a byproduct of getting better.
That was the way you took it in a different direction, which was beautiful. The way I asked the question is, or how I meant to ask it is, like, how important is the record? Winning championships. Are you striving? Are you telling your team, we're going to go win a championship? We're going to win games? Is that the emphasis? Or is it like, we're going to have fun and we're going to try our best? Those are my 2 rules right there. Well, you're going to have fun and you're going to try your best. And if you're breaking those 2 rules, you're coming up. And try your best is a good one, you know?
Try your best is good, but have fun means different things to different people.
Yeah,
but
winning's fun. That's
like
what
my dad,
you're like, I promise you, winning's fun.
We always had a saying growing up. It was, there's a difference between having fun and screwing around. And then in high school, how do you spell fun? W-I-N. And how do you win? Back to the fun. Back to what I was saying. But anyways,
fundamentals.
Exactly. But I want to go into what Boog's thoughts are on this.
No, because I agree with what you were saying, how it's fundamentals, it's getting ready for varsity. Like, varsity is the main goal, obviously. But no, yeah, you play the game for one reason only. Like,
that's to win. So, all right, first day, you're the new coach of the JV basketball team. You're calling a huddle. Hey guys, this is Coach Meeker. He's gonna be your coach now. Go ahead. Your first speech as head coach. Let me hear it.
Oh shit, fuck. I would definitely need more time. But
Hey
but
guys,
no.
it's just Coach Riley
Yeah,
here.
Coach Riley.
What's up, team? So first and foremost, I want to say you might have played in this program before, but we're going to be doing things a lot different than they were. All right, we're getting you ready for the varsity level. We're going to be doing lots of fundamentals, lots of conditioning, lots of defense. If you don't like it, there's the door.
Hey.
Wow. Call him up. Call him up.
I really do feel strongly that if there's no one that quits the team, then everyone else on the team, I don't know, it doesn't feel like they earn their spot, you know? Like, I think it does something that, like, you make it hard enough where at least one person quits, so it's like you have to be of a certain cloth to be on the roster.
I see what you're doing there, but sometimes
In upper levels, at least.
Yeah. But sometimes you just have those guys, and sometimes you need a shittier player around that understands the game. That's more important than the guy that's good but just fucking drives the hole every time. Can't play defense on a scout team D. You know what I mean? Like, can't give you a read. Yeah. I'd rather have the guy that knows maybe a step behind.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
I was just getting flashbacks to, like, I'm playing junior college football at De Anza.
Right.
And there's no cuts, you know?
That's
or, like,
tough.
Guys are coming in, like, right before the season. And it's like, all right, so, like,
we've been
no
here
one's earned their
grinding.
spot on
Right.
this team. Like, anyone can have that jersey.
Yeah.
So, I think it is something that, like, makes someone quit.
What would be the first drill you would run? That's
I got mine. Liners. You see that free throw line?
Oh, I'm not doing
back.
that.
Half court.
No, that's I was
back.
gonna.
Free throw line back. Full court back, and touch it with your hand.
I was gonna say, like, because Will Robinson used to say if there's a lot of guys at tryouts,
Oh yeah.
you do a line drill and the first person to finish is done, and then you do another one, and then
That's dumb. That's the worst.
But then the next day, like, all the shitty kids who can't run or fat as fuck, they're not gonna show up.
Yeah, I get that too. Like the first one being done, but what if that guy's a sprinter? That guy did everything ass backwards. I would say, what did this guy do? Okay, we're gonna do the exact opposite. He was gifted with some of the greatest talent in this area for the time.
Honestly, it's
The
pretty
legends.
true.
And he just did nothing with it. They did. Oh, he put in plays. But those guys, everyone who played for him went and won games on themselves. He didn't do anything that made them better. But anyway, so your first drill. Sorry.
What do you think?
Who are we talking about? I lost it in translation. Oh,
Will.
Coach Robinson? I thought we were talking about
First and
senior.
last. No. Oh, no. No, Willie.
I'm just playing.
Slick Willie.
No, I mean, Coach Robinson gave me a jump shot. I never had one before that, so I'll say from personal experience, he improved my game.
That's
you remember, man? I was nothing.
No, I'm
tough.
a fan. I mean, I know how Jimmy feels, but I'm a fan because, I mean, he coached me in Little League in my freshman
Saved
year.
the guy's life, dude. Him and his brother.
Did he have any kids on that Little League team he was coaching?
He did not. No.
Okay, that's
Nor
fine.
did Evan Feynman the next year or that year.
But he had a kid come through. He had coached the boys all the way through. There's a difference. There's a little difference. No, I don't care. He's always been good to me. That's the thing I can't say is he's been good to me. The only thing that pissed me off is that he'd show up to open gyms and he would take 75% more shots than guys on the team. It's like, hey, brother, you're the JV coach. How about we swing it once or twice?
I got a good story about that too.
Dude,
One time he showed up at City Sports.
Oh, boy.
Coach Will, he's out there at City Sports. I'm like, all right, let's
Has he
run.
shaved the head yet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was during my time on JV.
Woof. He was holding on for a minute.
If you want
Time
to
to
see
go
him
home.
with hair, look up Mokhtar Miracle on YouTube. You'll see him.
Look up Lil Boog Meek, too. A little 7-year-old Boog Meek. How old were you then? 8, 9?
Yeah, I was really. I think I was first or second grade, maybe third grade.
Yeah, about that. What were you saying about Will?
Nothing too crazy, just that he showed up to City Sports one time and I was running with him and it was the same story. He liked to take a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Felt like a ball player that thought he was more athletic than he was, you know. Didn't realize he's the last one to know he lost that step.
Yeah.
Dude,
That
he
type of thing.
freaking alumni game. He goes in for a play, and almost decapitates a fucking kid with his literally one first play. He smokes a kid in the eye.
Doing what? Like
the kid stole it from him and he tried to get it back. And
he's
just
a total
smoked him in the
spaz.
eye.
I couldn't tell you how many times at open gym he is the guy. Loose ball, jump on top. I'll just smother you.
It ties together so well. There's certain guys who just attract elbows, like they put their face in the wrong place, or like they elbow people. Like at a certain point,
you remember
it is you.
My freshman year.
I don't. I remember it in farm.
God, that was fucking crazy. Fucking my freshman year, we're practicing 7 to 9, and it's at the very end.
Yes.
My dad's here to pick me up, so he's 30 minutes early, and we're doing a drill, and it's me and Rudy at the side basket, and Will's over there, and he's like, oh, you're doing it wrong, and I was like, what? I think I'm doing it right. Like, what do you mean? And he's like, do it again. I'll show you. And I do it again. And I do it the same way, and he just smokes me in the eye.
Yeah, and you go thumb all the way in the eye.
Yeah, and I kind of went back and I look at him.
I need my mandatory 5.
He's shaking his hand out, and I'm like, Jesus, holy shit! And then dude, immediately my eye just
pops,
goes nuts.
Could you imagine if he blinded you? Yeah, right.
Do it again.
Let me blind you real quick.
It was crazy, and then. Obviously, and then we had a game the next day at Santa Clara.
I'm not playing.
I played. I wore Minsu's goggles for the first quarter, and I was like, I can't do this. And then
goggles are the worst. Goggles, face mask. I'd rather play blind.
Yeah,
it's crazy how much of a distraction they actually are.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I feel like you would have been the goggle kid.
I wanted to because Graham Moore was the goggle kid, and he was sick. Fucking Horace Graham, and he
did have game.
Dude, he had. I'm so mad he played soccer because he was a better baseball player and basketball player than he was soccer player. Baseball and basketball, we could have used him for both. He would have played outfield in baseball. And for what?
I always forgot about Graham and playing baseball and basketball.
Dude, he was good. He was just a good athlete. And I always say the sickest move I ever saw on a Willow Glen basketball floor was Graham Moore. Me and him have a 2-on-1 running the lane, and he's on the right side. I'm on the left. And he goes and he pretends to shovel me a pass this way. And then the guy bites, and then he gets it back. The guy gets back in front of him, pretends to go behind the back, swings it all the way in front of him, and just laid it in. And the guy was all the way on me. I was like, damn, that was sick. I was like, fuck, that's dope. But yeah, no, Graham's the man. Yeah, I don't know. But speaking of black eyes, I don't know if you can tell I'm getting over one now.
Oh, wow.
Literally happened the day after our last podcast.
Shit.
I'm the guy that attracts elbows and knees in jiu-jitsu, unfortunately.
You'll learn.
Maybe. I was going with this wrestler, and so that's the thing.
Oh, so you're a wrestler now.
Dude, funny you say that. He's the only guy I've ever single-legged, and I've single-legged him twice. It makes me feel so good because he thinks I pull guard on him for 2 years straight now. And so he thinks I'm going to pull guard, and then I just come up with a single leg. I'm like, let's go.
That's not checkers.
Yeah, but he's a white belt, but he's wrestled his whole life. So he has thousands and thousands of hours on the mat. And it's just he does fucked up. So he has me in mount and trying to collect the ankle as one does and get the knee.
Elbow, yeah.
And so I get my knee out and he has his hand blocking my knee. And so I'm out off resistance and I'm okay, I'll just launch it up. And as soon as I launch it up, he moves his hand. Boom! Knee myself right in the face. Just big brothered me to the max. And I was like, oh my God. And he just looked at me. He's like, oh. He's like, you all right? And I was like, yes, you fucking dick, Andre. I was like, I am good. And they're we continued to roll. And I didn't think I'd have a black eye or anything. And then
swole up pretty good.
As soon as I got to the shower, I looked in the bathroom. I was like, fuck, I'm
kind of wet though.
Dude, it looked. You
look badass, huh? You felt like Sean Strickland.
I looked.
You threw on a white beat.
I do have white beaters. I should have. But no, the black eyes always look sick. When they're getting over, when you just have the purple and blue down here.
Oh yeah,
it's a good look. But I never take pictures.
You walk in to get coffee, they're like, hey man.
Well,
everyone treats you with a little bit more respect. I
had to go take a piss test for work, and I'm showing up with the black eye, and they're like, "Oh shit, this guy." So we'll see how that went. But
tough for first impressions.
Definitely not what you want to see, but I was kind of hoping I would on the new work ID card have a black eye. That'd be sick. Super sick.
That would be sick.
But fuck, what have you guys been up to? That was we were just on a good little rant, but we haven't
That was
really...
good, man. Catching up. It's been years since I've seen
I
you,
know.
man. I've been listening to every single episode of the pod.
Dap up number 2.
Yeah. Yeah, got the tap.
Always, baby, always.
But no, not much, man. Just been chilling. I met, Jocko Willick, Alicia Keys.
Jocko.
And most recently,
Alicia Keys.
I didn't meet her, actually. I
She
saw
on fire?
her.
Oh.
She on fire?
That girl is on fire.
How did they let her through an airport like that?
Dude,
That is
she had
crazy.
a manager and a bodyguard with her. And
Could you take the bodyguard? What's okay? So these bodyguards that these people are working with, are they
OGZ, Shoreline Mafia. Yeah.
Are they takeable? Are they just like the big dude? Like, are they just big dudes?
So Alicia Keys looked like a train killer for sure.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
Jawline,
sense.
You mean
on
train
point.
killer?
Like her bodyguard.
Her bodyguard.
Like he looked like Secret Service.
He looked like Jocko.
Like OGZ, it looked like his
Great name.
164 home.
Right.
Just
See, that's what I mean. He's like, I'll just bring the
I
guy
felt
along
like
for the
I
ride.
definitely could have put that guy on his back.
Yeah.
Takedown.
Is Jocko on? Is Jocko short for something? Is that on the birth certificate?
Is Jocko what?
On the birth certificate, is that short for something?
That's a great question.
What, Jocko?
Yeah. Is that his real first name?
Is Bon Jocko.
You're such a Bon Jocko.
No, that's his full name. That's his government
I'm
name.
looking it up.
Jocko.
I met him. Did I tell you? Did you listen to the story on the pod?
I did not.
I'll
You
retell
just
it.
listen to it here, though.
I'll retell it. Yeah. No. So he's
It's
walking.
John
walking
Gretton.
Where did you get Jocko
John
from?
Gretton Willing. That's probably what they called him when he was just being a fucking savage out in Afghanistan, wherever the fuck he
I'm
was.
starting to think, is this guy even actually a Navy SEAL? Fake name? How deep do the lies go here?
That's a great
man?
Probably
question.
fake watch pics on.
Is he
fucking
pulling a
Insta.
Mad Men?
I never was.
If you know, you know.
You could easily change your
If you
clock
know,
on
you
the fucking the watch, but
You changed the what?
the clock on your watch and then take a picture.
Wow, you're saying he doesn't even wake up early. I like this. You're saying, or he schedules posts. Fuck it. We'll put,
probably does.
set the watch to 422.
Get a nice sleep in.
Yeah. How funny would it be if he actually was doing that and posted like a 422 at like 4:10 a.m. and it was like, hey, Jocko, what's going on here? And that's how it unfolds. That
I know you guys
fucking
have seen
guy.
my Instagram posts. I throw out a couple 4 a.m.ers, because I'd be up.
I do follow. I'm not gonna put him on blast, but one of our friends does real estate, and he's now just gotten to the. It's not who you think it is.
Your profile pic?
I have
No,
idea.
it's not. It's no.
LinkedIn?
Ledge.
No, D Roach is a ledge. It's not D Roach. I'm
I
talking
wasn't even
about.
thinking about him.
No, there's another guy that I follow on Twitter, and he's like, he just bought into the game of you got to post on Twitter every day. So he's now posting the Jocko watches, and he's got like 4 or 5 threads a day that he does, and like more power to right. Like if it's and like his engagement has gone way up. So it's like it's obviously working.
Good for
It's
him.
doing his job, but like. Every single inch of my being wants to just go in there and troll the fuck out of it.
In the
And-
comments and
yeah,
shit, yeah.
Every time I see any of my friends being serious, I just can't take it. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the
Gotta get a
fuck?
burner.
Dude, I have one and it just is I don't even care. It's so
yeah.
good.
Dylan Bandana.
And it's just Dylan Dan is
Dude.
dressed up like Osama bin Laden.
That's tight.
This episode is brought to you by the spring cleaning champions, Manscaped. This season, make sure to groom your carpets and drapes with the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Clear out the winter bush with Manscaped. Lawnmower 5.0 and watch your confidence bloom like the springtime flowers. Embrace the season and join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our special offer. Go to manscaped.com and use code TROUGH for 20% off plus free shipping.
That's what I did. That's what my coworkers are doing. That's what everyone on social media is doing. I tell you, when I first got my grooming kit, right, I started shaving from my chest pubes all the way down to my ball fro. And I'm used to maybe getting nicked and cut, grab the little piece of toilet paper, put it on those nicks. Not a thing.
Wow.
Not a thing.
Love
and
that.
after using Manscaped, I could finally say I've caught the spring fever. Introducing the season's champ, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. This 5th generation trimmer has 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. It also features a dual LED spotlight to guide you through the darkest winter debris. Navigate with confidence in your delicate areas. Hate making a mess? Not to worry, this bad boy is waterproof. Shave in the shower, in the bath, or even in the ocean for those San Diego residents like me.
That's foul.
I love this thing because it comes with a compact case. I take it with me everywhere, like on vacations back up to the bay. Nice. Spring cleaning doesn't just apply to the nether regions. Get the full grooming experience with Manscaped's signature Beard Hedger Pro Kit plus Handyman electric face shaver. Whether you're looking to craft your signature look or clean up the neckline, there are always the right tools for the job.
Get 20% off and free shipping with code Trough at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code Trough at manscaped.com. Nothing like a little spring cleaning in those pantalones.
Ay, Dios míos.
Dude, I was cracking up. Dylan Dennis was in the space with Tate and Ryan Garcia.
Let's talk about this. This is
Ryan
good stuff.
Ryan Garcia like said like they can't touch me, like I'm with God, and all you see is Dylan Dennis little laughing emoji pop up.
So bad. So you know Ryan Garcia,
Yeah, the boxer.
So
TikTok boxer.
okay, so we were talking about manic breaks prior to this podcast.
Oh, he's gay, right? Did that just come out?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe. Do you know something?
He seems a little frisky. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, maybe something happened to you
Would
guys.
you be shocked?
No. Okay. But okay, so he's like going through, it seems to be a manic episode. Yesterday, 2 days ago, he's posting all this stuff on Instagram, a video that's like 7 minutes and 6 seconds, or it was 666 seconds long. It was like this big weird stuff. And then like he comes out and says all of his cards have been canceled. He like doesn't have any ownership of his social media anymore. So pretty much his manager, I think, seems to see that he's going through a manic break and was like, let's get a hold on this, right? I don't know if that's what you got out of it, Boog, but that's kind of what it seemed like out of the video.
Let's not do this in public. Yep.
Exactly. And so Cobra Tate, what's his name? Andrew Tate, Top G, yes, says on Twitter, like, hey, so Ryan Garcia gets back on Twitter. He's like, hey, I want to host the spaces with you. Like, you can tell us everything. Like, whatever's going on, let us know. Because Ryan Garcia's posting all this cryptic shit, like being a weirdo. Yeah. So they go in the Twitter spaces, and Ryan Garcia goes on a big, long rant. Do you know Bohemian Grove at all?
Yeah.
Where Alex Jones snuck in years ago, all the elites go, yada, yada, yada.
There was an episode on a...
they burned the Moloch, the owl god.
Wait, Alex Jones went in there?
Oh, he snuck in, and he has, dude, it's so good. It's like 1995 video. And it's like, it's Alex Jones, but it's like, still, like, he'll like, he's like, he's like playing like a person that's supposed to be there, and then like, he'll break into character. And like, it's so good. I love Alex Jones. But anyway, so it's like a sketch place. All the elites go there. It's 2 hours north of San Francisco. I'm going on Friday. Just going to go be around the area, see what's up. You know, there's Ryan Garcia's a loon, but you know, sometimes fact is stranger than fiction. He says he was at Bohemian Grove as a 2-year-old getting raped by the elites.
Garcia said that?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the first part of this.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
He was raped as a kid. They made him, that pretty much initiated him into this whole group. And then recently they tied him up and made him watch kids get raped while he was at Bohemian Grove. And he's like, that's why he's going crazy. He needs to come out with this. I have the evidence. It's all on my phone. He's like, but if I release it, they'll kill me.
That's Garcia talking.
That's Garcia. Yeah. And so now no one knows.
Release it.
Right, exactly. Someone said that, and he's like, they have the Ark of the Covenant. Like, he's going crazy. He's like, they have proof of the giants. Like, he's going as deep as you can go.
Right.
And so now we're in a weird spot where it's like, okay, you either gets help and he admits that he's like in the midst of a manic episode, or he does release something and then it's crazy. But I don't think the latter is.
Well, it's not the first time I've heard of the quote unquote super elites like taking famous people and making them
compromising them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Compromising them, stuff like that.
That was the whole Epstein Island thing. He wasn't necessarily partaking as much as you would think. He was getting people there to get them on video to say, now you got to do whatever I tell you.
Exactly. And so that part's not like the Like, well, that's just kind of like a proven thing, right? That like, that's a tactic that like CIA and stuff like that will use in terms of like maybe not the children thing or the bohemian thing, but
Right.
like they'll show you something that compromises you to then have influence over you.
Yeah.
All right. So that's not my first time hearing like of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then so now I'm thinking, all right, is Ryan Garcia like actually part of that? You hate to be like, what you're saying isn't true, right?
Right.
But the other thing is like, okay, maybe he's just gone in the fucking
Gone down the rabbit hole
and now
fucking-
he's to the point where like he just is saying this shit. Also, does he just think that like there's a bunch of people out there that believe in this shit? Like it's a popular like wormhole. And so almost just like Earth is flat, right? It's like if he comes out and says it, and then they'll be like, see, Ryan Garcia is our
Right,
truth
even
teller.
believe it, yeah.
And now it's like, boom, TikTok numbers up. But that's my thoughts. But
I don't know. I think Tank
Fucked with
beat
them.
him. I just think when you're a superstar athlete and when you're untouchable, undefeated, and then someone does like
What he
makes you
did.
look kind of like an
Foolish,
amateur,
yeah.
that fucks you. It happened. We saw it happen with Costa. I mean, it's just I think that on top of because I feel like I saw him with Bobby, whatever that girl's name.
Oh,
He did something with her.
Dude,
She sounds.
he's a little Chelsea, huh?
No,
He's a little
he sounds
bloodthirsty.
drunk and coked up like in
Every
so many
time,
fucking
yes.
like on Arrow, all these places. I'm just like, fuck, this guy's like. I think maybe he's
It's
trying to get out of
interesting.
the Haney fight. I don't know what he's trying to do, but
yeah, because the last press conference they did, he was going on rants about Haney was talking. He's like, "What do you do?" Like pretty much like, "Why are you all fucked up?" And he was like, "I don't do drugs." He's like,
I was
"I
gonna
don't
say,
do."
I thought I
don't
heard him say
smoke."
that.
Yeah, but that's when you're in the
Exactly.
midst
But
of
he
a
just-
break.
Exactly.
he
This is
just
the
like
things
you
you
can just
say.
hear it.
Yeah.
Like, you can just hear the difference between the way they talk. Like
For sure.
Haney's fucking.
But could it
on his
also
shit
be
and-
early CTE? I mean, he's a guy that's been boxing forever.
Yeah.
He takes one bad blow to really knock things loose sometimes. I mean,
Or
I'm
maybe
not,
he's just
I don't know.
telling the truth.
Or he's,
Maybe the CT is making him like take
I'm
all the
thinking
stuff.
what rings off in my head is there's no such thing as bad publicity, and here we are.
This seems like bad publicity, though.
Right, but here we are talking about Ryan Garcia.
Nah, but it's not like.
I agree. Like,
Because all his publicity before this was nothing exactly glowing. He was
the pretty boy.
the Bible thumping,
Yeah, the
good
shit. Like,
looking.
you should look what he's tweeted. The shit he's tweeted.
It's crazy.
He's tweeted is like, geez.
It's really weird. But like we were talking about before, I've seen someone in the midst of a manic episode who didn't sleep for legit 72 hours, and he went crazy. At Deanza, he was going crazy in the parking lot. We had a pre-game one game.
Yeah, lack of sleep, just fucking
Dude,
saying shit.
well, and he was coked out of his mind.
That
But he showed up to a game one time, and we're taking in and out. So before the game, you're hitting grounders, doing your thing, right? And our coach hits one up the hole, and he dives, misses it by a clear 3-4 feet, gets up, and he's like, "Whoa, that's how you fucking do it, boys!" And everyone's looking at him like, "What the fuck?" And like all the players had known it and were like trying to like
Someone
tell
take
the
his back.
coaches. Well, literally, and then like the coach had him still in the starting lineup. And like I'm sitting there pregame, like talking to my coach. I'm like, "Did you see that?" And he's like, "Yeah, that was weird." And then we go to turn 2. He misses a ball when we're turning 2 by like 3, just boom, right by him. And then he still does the motion, like he throws it the
my
first with the
God.
hop.
Hey,
And then-
I do that when I drop a pass. Like if someone passes me something, just like like pass me that lighter, and I drop it, I still follow through.
We all do. And as baseball players, you do it. You hit the fake little hop at the
Yeah.
end. But it was like you could tell something was like he thought either
had
when
the
he
ball.
thought he had the ball or I don't know what. But like it was at that moment the coach was like, "Okay, like we need to pull him out." And then he went and fucking rehabbed the like next week, and it was crazy. But yeah, it's a scary
They
thing
gave
because
him the old Tommy Gon surgery.
Oh yeah,
You're outta
Tommy
here.
Gahn, yeah. No, he ended up playing again, not high level. He ended up being like a Sunday League legend. You know what I mean? One of those guys that would just go out and because he was good.
Jay Bruce style.
Jay Bruce, gosh. If that guy,
Legend, dude.
he's the absolute, maybe the purest athlete I've ever seen.
He used
It's
to
so
come to the
crazy.
hoop rounds, and he was nasty.
I've watched him play tennis. He's good at tennis. Like, if there's not a sport that you could put him in. Him at hockey when we were growing up, nasty. He was the guy that we would go play pickup hockey at like Silver Creek Sportsplex, and he knew he was a faster skater and everything than you. He would stick his stick between your skates, trip you, and then be like, and then go fucking score a goal. It's like JB's just gonna JB. It's crazy.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
If there's one guy that I like to see doing well, that man right there.
Love that.
Love it. Boog, what have you been up to though?
Shoot, nothing much.
Yeah?
Just on the job hunt. Hopefully that comes to an end soon.
I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, so just looking forward to turning on that employee Meek hat on again.
Let's go.
I like that, man.
Just
Go join the
make some
workforce.
cash. I heard a certain Irishman's planning June 29th and then September in the Sphere.
I did hear that.
I might be saving up for a little September in the
Who,
Sphere.
Bono? Oh.
Bono.
Is
Bono
it
at the
Irish or no?
Sphere. I don't know. No, that would be sick. And so that fight would be obviously Chandler then McGregor, right?
Oh,
or I mean Chandler then Diaz.
Yeah,
This
so
is
I
what
would want to go to the Diaz one.
Diaz at the Sphere. So what? Okay,
This
The-
is round 3? McGregor Diaz,
it
you're
would
saying?
be for this is the rubber match. Now they're so big on the Sphere. What do you think they'll do different with the Sphere? Are they going to switch to like Bellator walkouts where you get the WWE where you get the whole screen, the smoke, and all that? 'Cause I feel like that's the one thing.
I don't really know. It shows different images, right?
You can do what that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You can do whatever. There's screens on the ceiling, like
On the inside?
on the inside. Yeah. And so
Because on the outside, is it going to show the fight while it's happening?
I doubt it, especially if
That'd
it's a
be sick.
pay-per-view.
Yeah.
but I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
not like
Once
you can
they-
really
It is one
replicate
case.
it.
Yeah.
them showing O'Malley's KO right after the pay per view makes me
Think they may,
like not even
Change.
question anything that they do.
which is crazy because they put that immediate, like it
On
was.
YouTube, Instagram, that was unheard of.
And now, okay, speaking of Sugar Sean, do you think his stardom's fallen off a little bit?
No.
I do. As a Sugar Sean guy, I
No,
think he's.
I'm just a little worried it's gonna be.
He's the champ, right?
Diaz McGregor won this weekend. Cheeto just takes a fucking whooping and then is just standing there like here.
And Cheeto, and that's the thing. I love both. It's so tough because these are like literally like my top dog, and then like number 2, like 3 or 4 for me, Cheeto. So it's hard to say. But people were saying he had a bad camp. Perillo scoffed at the fact that people are saying Cheeto had a bad camp. He's the one guy that really hasn't bled in the octagon like
No one
ever.
makes him bleed his own blood.
No, White Goodman style, and WHITE. But
That's really good.
but I don't know. I just feel like Cheetah or Shugs lost some steam here. He's done all the right things. He's got the pink shorts. How sick is that? He's got pink shorts.
That's
First
fire.
time.
It's very much
Really,
Pink and gold,
really
befitting
sick.
a champion.
Really sick.
But I don't know what happens. That whole card is it's stacked. There might be.
Wasn't it a
better than-
controversial decision that he won his belt?
I wouldn't say.
Could have been an early. Some people were saying early stoppage, but
Yeah, but he was dominating. First round was so, but he was dominating. Aljo coming off neck surgery. I like this stuff.
Like Aljo wasn't out, but like the amount of punches he took was good for a
Substantial,
stoppage.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. I get so nervous. He's
whole
like the
card's
only guy
really
where I'm
good.
like, fuck.
Whole card's really good.
So what are the fights you're looking forward to? When is this? This weekend?
This weekend.
Saturday.
Who's fighting? McGregor and
No, McGregor's not fighting.
Oh, my
This is
McGregor's hopefully June 20th. Sugar Sean's
Sugar's
fighting.
fighting?
This is
first title defense.
defense. Yeah.
The rematch.
And now, if he defends it, does that make him better than Conor McGregor? I don't know the math.
Dude,
on this one.
I didn't respond to what you said yesterday about that, but we should talk about that.
What? I forget.
Shug saying, prime
yeah,
Conor
yeah,
against
yeah.
Aldo. Dude, Conor was saying I was picking rounds and putting guys out, not I poking Pedro Munoz on his way up.
I mean, if we think about it, McGregor is not even on the Mount Rushmore of UFC fighters. We know that, right?
It depends of what you want the Mount
Let me
know
just-
that,
Let me
right?
just say this. Let me just say this.
He's on the Mount
For fame.
Rushmore of UFC. not.
No, like greatest UFC champs.
Let me just say this.
Greatest runs in the UFC.
Greatest
runs. Okay, that's where the verbiage we're using is really important.
Career. It's not over yet, so it's
career is different than runs.
Run, because
that's what your run is your career.
No,
Well,
he had like a 4-year run where he was.
Let me just say this.
When John Jones was.
Let me just say this.
So we got John Jones.
Wait,
I just want to say this about Conor.
I'm ready.
After he beat Eddie Alvarez.
Who?
Go
ahead.
After he beat Eddie
Meeker
Alvarez.
Owl is back.
Yeah, seriously, I like that.
That's a them line.
After he beat Eddie Alvarez, like he fought Mayweather. If that fight wasn't on the table, he would have fought Woodley at 170. Probably beats him. If he doesn't fight Woodley and he fights Ferguson, if he doesn't fight Woodley and he fights either Ferguson or Khabib, then mind you, this is coming off of the
Khabib
205.
would have crushed him, obviously.
I think
Khabib's better than McGregor.
Khabib missed weight at 209.
We got Khabib and Jones. Sorry.
My thing with Khabib,
you know Khabib, Charles Oliveira has every title defense that Khabib has, and he's done it faster.
Did he beat Khabib?
No.
Oh, are they the same weight?
He retired.
55.
Yeah, he is. He retired. He went running, scurrying.
Scurried back to the mountains of Kazakhstan, or not Kazakhstan, fucking Dagestan, one of the stans.
I tell you.
My thing with what Boog's saying is that's a different fight. Conor coming off all the hype and making Khabib one. He didn't get his weight on point. He really struggled with the weight cuts all the way through.
Khabib?
But he did a better job towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
But that was right in the prime of him struggling.
Yeah.
Conor's coming off of a historic run.
Yeah.
And Conor dropped Khabib, you know what I mean? Or borderline dropped him. Hit him with the hardest punch anyone had.
Who? Khabib dropped Conor?
Conor dropped Khabib.
What do you mean?
Like he hit him with a good shot.
Didn't he hit him once, like real good?
Not
really.
I thought he had one where
honestly,
he got.
I thought he had one. I thought because I know Khabib dropped Conor,
Yeah.
which was the scary thing. But I thought he
wouldn't
had one
drive,
where he like
hand on the ground.
That's what I mean. He stumbled on where Khabib was like.
He won the third round. Conor won the third round.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say there was like a shot where.
He didn't finish it. Khabib
No, he did.
did.
It was a 5
in the
fight.
third.
He was in the fourth.
Fight.
He finished him in the fourth.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't know. That fight is a lot more interesting.
He lasted longer than Gaethje and Poirier did.
True.
And picks like this is what people don't understand. Conor after the Mayweather fight did nothing. So imagine he's coming off the couch fighting.
Well, who do we blame
Did you
for
see
that?
Did you see the McGregor documentary, McGregor Forever?
Mm-mm.
You got to watch episode 1 because he's not only is he drinking proper 12 through the whole fight camp.
Yeah, you sound like a Michael Jordan guy. You know?
What are you talking about? I'm just stating the facts. I'm stating the facts.
No, it's like
You want to talk about
you're
the
like
greatest?
He wouldn't have played.
We want to talk about.
Around and he did nothing but drink and smoke cigars. Okay, well, whose responsibility was that? His. Well, then he should have been training. If he was training, then he would have got his ass kicked.
But put yourself in his spot. He has 100 million in the bank.
It's hard to wake up and run when you're
growing,
sleeping in silk sheets.
Growing money. But yeah, I mean,
I hear you.
we can't say Khabib's the greatest, but
yeah,
we can't say LeBron is though.
We can or can't?
We can. Come on.
40,000.
3 more rings on the way.
Doesn't mean anything. It's a different era. Threes are way more common today. Psh, I don't even count it. But I want to hear your Mount Rushmore of UFC. As a somewhat casual, I'd like to hear.
Me on the casual.
I'd like to hear where.
So I already gave you 2. John Jones is the baddest man to ever live.
But you don't really want Khabib up there.
I mean, do want Khabib.
Okay, that
He's smash.
is smish.
He's smash.
No,
I
okay.
want to hear this too.
It's
So
Khabib.
Khabib,
Okay.
Jones.
Those are the 2 guys that haven't lost, right? No,
Yeah.
Nobody beat those 2.
Yeah.
Those are undisputed.
I mean,
Give me
one
GSP.
went running. One has little smash
Give me
tricks.
GSP.
Okay.
GSP, I like that.
GSP is like the first one that comes to mind when I think of the UFC. Was he a two division champ?
Not simultaneous, but yeah.
Yeah.
And he might have been the first to do it.
No, Conor.
No, not simultaneous. Just to be a 2-weight champ.
No, Conor was before. Conor was a 2-weight champ before.
But it's also
before
in the new era because
GSP came back
After?
Conor did
Okay.
it.
But
Wow, that's even more impressive. Jesus.
he took a
You know?
long layoff. Okay, no, that's 3.
And
But
I will
he-
say this about GSP: is it GSP or is it Firas Zahabi? You know,
It's GSP.
Okay.
We've seen Firas Zahabi students get their asses.
I'm a big.
But I will-
Firas
but I will
guy.
say-
I love
Firas.
Firas.
GSP
Firas.
did wait until it was a favorable champion at
Which
185.
is,
Hey man,
I feel like what you should do. I mean, we in jiu-jitsu
kind
right
of what
now,
Connor did at 155.
right?
You know, everyone does it.
Craig Jones is doing it right now in jiu-jitsu. He's picking off kids coming up, like 18-year-olds that he is the same weight and size of right now, but you give it 5 years, they're going to be bigger, stronger, way more technical.
Yeah,
And
with
he's like,
Canelo.
literally, he's like, I'll fight him now. And then once he beats him, he goes, I'll never face him again. He's like, got my check over
Yep.
you. I'm good.
Yep.
So
That's what Connor should have done with Poirier.
Yep.
He should
And the
have
one
never
guy
fucking
that
did it
got the
again.
most
he's
check
fighting
marks.
this weekend, Poirier.
Poirier, I love Poirier.
Yep.
The guy who got the most check marks, I'm pretty sure the most title defenses ever, Demetrius Johnson.
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
He had the most dominant career, I think, out of anyone
most
lucky.
dominant for sure. But
as a champion, at least.
you got to look at the guys he was fighting. He wasn't fighting
the
the
same.
caliber as John. John Jones was taking out studs, champs, guys who had lost the belt and then came back, and he's just running through them as a kid. Demetrius Johnson, though, I mean, he threw up Ray Borg and fucking armbarred him by the time his ass was on the ground.
Yep.
So it's like,
I think he's the pound for pound best fighter in history. Most skilled. Say you take everyone and you put them in the same body with the same strength, same speed, same size.
can't put him in the same body. That's part of fight. That's what makes fighters great. But if you put it same
I'm
size,
trying
like,
to say pound for pound.
yeah,
you know?
yeah, no,
like same physical capabilities,
I
but
like
you just
that.
use their skill. I think Demetrius kicks everyone's ass.
I think the only reason I would say John Jones is just because he has a more diverse and unrecognizable game. Demetrius is creative, but John Jones is doing stuff for the first time. Demetrius is just so tucked away on fundamentals. He makes the fundamentals look like different things.
Yeah.
But John Jones, I mean, we got the oblique kick because of him, the fucking little stab. But yeah, I don't know. I
That's
mean,
my list. That's my 4. McGregor, honorable mention. Anderson Silva, honorable mention. Matt
Anderson's
Hughes
up
is
there.
my personal fave. I know he doesn't really quite make the list.
Matt Hughes, look out for the train. Oh no.
Colby. No, I like to base my like grades off like singular singular.
I know, and
events,
this is so weird to me.
performances. If you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, but you're a LeBron guy, and that's why I'm confused.
What do you mean?
Because it's like the whole LeBron debate, the people that pick LeBron, it's like the longevity is what's undisputed about it. Like we look at the whole career and we're like, obviously it's LeBron, but if you boil it down to like one game or the best 3-year run, it'd be Jordan. Potentially.
I get what you're saying, but I mean, I'm not a LeBron guy. There's a lot to be said about the difference of size. LeBron's going in with everything Jordan already knew and then some. Getting to build off of what people already know is such an unfair disadvantage
Yeah.
that, of course, he's going to be better. It would, if he wasn't better, it would be.
Right.
It would,
He's supposed to be.
no one's
That's the
fault but his
natural
own.
process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I hear you.
Um,
But anyway.
But yeah, I would say 205 McGregor, 207 Cody Garbrandt, like those guys.
for specific cards.
Like Demetrius Johnson's not touching a 207. Cody could be any could be
What does 207 mean?
like that UFC, like when Cody fought at UFC 207.
Like that
Like
version
that
of him.
version of him.
Dom.
Yeah.
he
Same
did-
with
He
McGregor.
did get pieced up a little by Dom. I will say the
He
footwork was great, but Dom did hit him.
Cruz?
Dom Cruz, yeah.
And
but
you
he
know-
danced.
The
That's the
dancer. I
dance.
love the dunk.
That's that fight.
Yes.
Is Dom Cruz versus Cody.
And a lot of people don't realize is that Cruz was coming off 2 fights that year, and that fucking takes a lot off you.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, the Dom Cruz, that guy's an enigma himself. He doesn't believe in ring rust, but I feel like he is a victim of ring rust himself. So I don't know. Great commentator. I like him. He doesn't take shit from anybody and just wants to watch the fights. He's not there for DC and Joe Rogan's grab ass. He just is like, guys, the fights are on.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Interesting takes all around.
Thanks, man.
You know what I want to hear a take from you is who's going to the Olympics this year? Team USA.
Oh, well, they already announced 8 guys.
No, but like
The last.
remaining.
The remaining. So do you
And
know?
I disagree with. I don't know if you saw my tweet. I think Kyrie should be over Booker. I mean, Booker fucking sucks.
That's a crazy statement right now to make.
I'm not in
Well,
the
just
Kyrie camp, man.
On
personally.
just a who would you want representing your country? I'm taking Devin Booker 10 times out of 10.
I'll tell you what. You ask Braun. He's like he doesn't give a fuck who's representing the country.
Well, that's dumb.
Same
Because they're
with-
going to win. They should
Same
win
with Tom
regardless.
Brady and AB.
You might as well send a guy that's...
Send
and
him.
I don't have any problem
Kyrie-
with what Kyrie's doing.
On the court doesn't deserve it.
That's my point.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
He doesn't.
he has great handles. But every time I see Kyrie, it looks like he's playing 1-on-5. It looks like he's trying to do too much every time, which is probably a symptom of being on a shitty team. But
What's the opposite of saying someone's a Kirkland brand? Like they're a better version. Like he's a better version of just Jamal Crawford at this point.
I think that might be
Lou
going
Will.
too far.
No, I'm just saying like he's hot
But
off the
I see-
bench. Like he'll get you buckets. He'll get
Right.
you your 20 or your 30. Like because he's the souped up version.
Right.
But like, I mean, that guy's
But 30's a lot. If you're getting 30's a lot.
not too
That's
many
a
guys
bucket.
can do that. But there are enough guys that.
But
can
Devin
do
Booker's
He's
getting
one of them.
50.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like Kyrie. That's the thing, because nothing would make me more happy than seeing Kyrie cook some fucking Kenyan dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just America doing America things.
He would put on the best show.
100%. But
Be better than watching Booker whine for fucking 3 quarters.
I
I mean,
also-
doubling an open gym.
I don't want every story to be flat earther in the Olympics. It's
Right.
like I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Right.
Just show me
Kyrie
the
wears
basketball.
T-shirt with message.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Kyrie gets guy kicked out of game. I'm good. I don't need that.
Kyrie refuses to stand for national anthem.
Damn.
Right? Like that shit is all in the cards. You don't know where you're
All
getting
in the
with
cards.
Kyrie sometimes.
Did you see?
I think. See,
More power to
just
him, though,
no,
but-
but just last thing or
No,
just
you're
to
good.
No, we're
say
not
that,
done. I got-
I think when you add LeBron to that trumps everything.
Is LeBron one of the guaranteed ins? Was he one of the
Oh,
8
yeah.
though?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And Embiid's on there, which is a topic of its own. But
Do you think it's time that LeBron gives it up? It should have been 2 Olympics ago, I feel like.
I think it's important for LeBron to be on the team, but the rest of the guys his age or close to his age,
Right.
you know,
I feel like that was always the point of the Olympics. First, they were sending.
like how they had Magic on the Dream Team. That's how LeBron should be.
That's what I mean. They were sending the college guys, and then it was like the young pros with one college guy, and then you would have like one vet. And now I feel like everyone's trying to. And why would you not try and play in the Olympics until you could?
Yeah.
Right? It's
No,
the
absolutely.
Olympics.
Trying
but
to get their Carmelo on for sure.
at some point, I feel like the whole process of the Olympics is fresh blood, right?
I think they should be getting the young guys in there and like developing that. The Anthony Edwards, the
Right.
Halliburtons.
And-
You know,
Well, I think it's part of it is because they lose last summer,
Well, in the FIBA, yeah.
and then I think it's just like
No one
all
cares
those.
about FIBA.
I think all those guys wanting to
except Argentina.
what's it called? Like play together, like Steph, LeBron, KD.
Right, but
Like
All right, so
wanna-
what is the best team that we could come up with?
well, okay.
I'll just see
Is
that
LeBron
list.
on that starting lineup?
Yeah,
bro?
No, right now.
I think
Yes,
LeBron's
easily,
always
bro.
whatever the team
Easily.
he starts
Easily.
on or
Bro,
plays
he's
on, he
coming
starts.
off a fucking Western Conference Finals run. Like, did you not watch that last year?
I mean, I watched
It was
it.
on
a
one.
year
It was
ago.
on. It
I'm
was
a
on.
LeBron guy.
It
I
was
love
on
LeBron.
one. It was on one foot. It
I
was
don't disagree.
spectacular.
I think.
Yeah.
Whoa, why are you getting defensive?
I mean,
I agree.
We're questioning the GOAT or the greatness.
Yeah.
We can't be great. We can't be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think LeBron definitely starts. I think he would go Booker, Curry, KD, Braun. But even KD, I'm like, there's not many better options, but like Embiid's gonna play for Team USA.
Yeah, Kawhi. I don't know if he's playing.
Kawhi, but even him, he's kind of he's not
never
the same
know.
Kawhi. It
He's
depends
been
if
playing really well though.
when he's in a good mood. Like it's like you never know what you're getting.
Yeah.
But
It is kind of crazy the future of American basketball players. Like if you think of the best players in the league, you got Giannis,
Chet Holmgren.
Jokic, and
Chet
Embiid.
Holmgren.
Those are like have been like the 3 guys.
yeah,
The best American guys are like
unicorns.
Tatum,
yeah,
and Edwards,
who I think is going to be the future of basketball. People always
He
are
might
saying
be the present. He might be the present.
Well, that's right. I mean, the next 2 years are going to be huge for what he does. The next 2 years are going to be his trajectory, because
I would love to see him go to San Antonio. Oh my god!
No, the T-Wolves have a good thing cooking right now.
They do.
They are literally hanging out with each other outside of basketball. That is like the greatest sign you can have as a team. Guys liking each other. It's like, what more can you ask?
Yeah, but Cat, man, I'm not a Cat guy.
Cat man,
He's
dude.
a fucking head case.
He is. He's a big
He scored
pussy.
50 points and got pulled out of the game. Something like that.
He was.
It's crazy.
That game was crazy because they kept trying to get Cat more and more points, and he was just ass towards the end, like clearly tired. And they're like, okay,
So
and then they
dumb,
lost.
dude.
Yeah. But
What about Ja? Does Ja deserve a spot on this team?
no,
Fuck
There's just
no.
no.
I also
Oh.
think
A year ago, yes, right?
I think.
Like no doubter, right?
But he's hurt now.
Yeah, hasn't been the same.
Hasn't been the same.
If
But
we're
he's
gonna,
another
we're gonna
Kyrie.
talk about. Yeah, I was saying if we're gonna say put Kyrie in.
That's what I mean. He's another one where I
No.
don't want to hear your bullshit story. I don't want to hear that he smuggled the gun into fucking wherever the fuck they're going.
Is
because
it crazy? But just go on the court. Is that a crazy take? Ja's better than Kyrie?
No way.
I think
like-
for the game you're playing, he's
Just
better on
because
the
you
team
can
he's
bang
at.
Glorilla in a fucking
Yeah.
music video doesn't
Nah,
mean you're fucking.
but for the teams they're on, I think Ja is a better fit than what Kyrie's at. But
Yeah.
if you're going to put him on the Olympic team, you don't want a guy like Ja who's. I mean, you
Ball
do
dominant.
because you're going to get the Tracy McGrady dunk over a guy, right? You're going to get one of the yeah, that's what I meant. Vince
Cousins.
Carter, yeah,
Close
yeah,
enough.
close enough. Same type.
Sickest fucking Olympic man ever.
But I think that if you're trying to go out there and win games, Kyrie would be the better selection there.
Yeah, interesting. I think it's kind of close.
It is close.
It's like an older guy versus a younger guy.
But
It's always
again,
tough.
do you want to deal with Ja Morant's bullshit? And again, he's a reformed man. He's not going to do it anymore. Okay.
Is
Well,
he?
well,
Well-
you just pulled it out again on Instagram. So
I was gonna say when he came back from his 50 game suspension,
Exactly. And
he dunked on a guy and did
Literally.
the shoot in his face celebration. That was the craziest thing I've ever.
which is
seen.
I don't like that rule. Shoot away.
Yeah.
Shoot away. But,
But read
you
the room.
shouldn't be able to pull out the
Read the
bow and
room.
arrow.
He
You
even
can't pull out the
freaking-
bow and arrow and not be able to shoot.
I agree.
He even pulled out a fucking bazooka.
No, it's like it's the rule about like the
Dude,
no.
he was doing.
You can't do no to someone's
Yeah,
face, but you
right.
could do it to the crowd.
Exactly.
So you got to shoot.
I don't know. I mean, I don't give a shit what Ja did. The reason it sucks is because it's a team rule. It's an NBA rule. Can't do it. But as a red-blooded American, do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're not hurting anybody else. But we found out he was punching kids at the park playing pickup games. So maybe he was hurting other people.
Yeah. Who's the biggest competitor to USA this summer? I think it's France. It's got to be, right?
It's always France or Spain.
Wemby.
Any Euro team that actually plays defense and
Dude,
can run a
Jokic will have
set.
team. I don't know if he's going to play.
Jokic
Serbia, and Luka will
yeah.
have his own team.
Oh, they'll be together.
Are they both?
Serbian. They're both
I always.
Right?
No,
I
I
don't
thought he's
know.
from Czech Republic. Luka.
I
Czechoslovakian, dude.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah.
I don't know. I always fuck those
They're always hanging out.
countries up, and they get super offended. I know the Slavs get super offended if you call them
Dude.
one thing as opposed to the other, and it's like
I did not know
Hands
Serbia
up.
existed until I knew what Jokic was.
and Croatians, Croats, they're dude. Well, because Nadim and Amir
They're Serbian, Croatian.
don't
Czech?
know, and that's what would
No,
get
I thought
me.
they were
Bosnian.
Bosnian, they're Bosnian.
Jeez, pull
Yes.
up a map.
And
God
that's what would
damn.
get me in trouble because I don't think they like Serbians. And I
A lot of history.
exactly. Oh yeah, I just watched.
Goes
quick,
back to the Mesopotamia, man.
quick rotate. I just watched Behind Enemy Lines. You ever seen it? Owen Wilson. And what's his name? No, it's very much not a comedy. It's about a pilot that goes down over, I think, Bosnia during their crisis or whatever, and during what would be I think they ended up being a genocide. But
Yikes.
pilot goes down, plane goes down, two guys go down, and it's Owen. Well, it's a great movie though. Check it out, HBO Max. Do your
Gotcha.
homework.
I'm a big Max guy.
More than me.
But yeah, I mean,
Wedding
I don't.
Crashers.
I don't know where I go with the
Internship.
USA team. Internship's really good. Hits home now that I left Google.
Just watched it the other day. First we're in a blender. Now we're saving lives. What?
Would you have a beer with your boss? Yes.
And you want to have a beer with me? Yeah, I'd be.
You are a big Vince Vaughn guy.
The biggest Vince Vaughn guy.
Someone's got to
Fred
make
Claus.
you a mural of Vince Vaughn's face with different Vince Vaughns.
All the
You know what I mean?
characters?
All the characters.
I'm sure I've told my theory on here. I know you know my theory.
Yeah.
You watch every single Vince Vaughn movie in order of when they came out, and it'll be like one long lifetime.
He's the same guy. He's just playing himself. He should have just gone by Vince
In different
every
phases.
movie.
Yeah, that was
just
insane.
Vince.
Vincey!
Yeah. Different
and,
variations.
I mean, Anchorman's amazing.
So good, dude.
Dude, you forget about him
It's-
in that movie.
He's a saint.
Anchorman 2 is horrific, but when they get all the news stations together, it might be one of the best scenes in any movie ever. God, Anchorman's so good. But shoot. Last thing I want to talk about. Fuck.
You
I
had
forgot.
something? Let me
I
tell my
forgot.
Neil deGrasse
Good.
Tyson story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
it
That's
kind of
right.
got cut off. It was
Yeah.
like kind of the biggest news I've had in a while. But
Neil, let's do it.
Dap number 3. By the way, me and Boog go way back, man. We used to have photography class together. We used to fucking walk around and take black and white pictures. Sick.
Aaron Haley.
Stan Cassetti, shout
Stan
out.
Cassetti,
One
shout out.
love.
Hey, whatever happens in the dark room stays in the dark room.
Let's go with that. This
Yo.
guy used to always try. Never mind.
Yo.
All right.
Yay.
So I'm just doing my job.
That
I'm
was
at the
my
airport.
favorite moment. My sophomore year.
Pause again. I don't know what's going on. I wasn't
It's an
there.
inside joke.
I wasn't
and
in
if
the
you don't
dark
get
room.
it, you don't get it. But I think I was a senior and he was a sophomore, but it's like an elective, so we had class together.
Right. Sounds
You
like
just crack
statutory
dumb
rape.
jokes. This guy's on my. Never mind. man.
Statutory.
You fucking. Anyway. So I'm just doing my job, right? We're about to
jeez.
close up shop. It's not as funny as he's letting
Oh, are
it
you going to tell it?
No, like, I don't know.
Oh, you're telling Neil deGrasse.
Neil
I'm telling Neil
deGrasse.
deGrasse.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
go
yeah,
back.
We'll go, yeah,
No, yeah, we
so-
don't need to.
We really don't. It's literally. So this is what's gonna happen. So I'm working, right, and we're about to close up shop, like literally about to close up shop.
What time is this?
It's
Are
like
you
7. It's like 6:59.
you're working the early?
No, I'm working the late on this day.
Oh, so you guys shut down early. You're not
like
there.
7. That's when we shut down.
Is someone still running clear, and it's just you guys aren't out there pushing clear, or
We're like verifying. At that
You're
point.
verifying. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
you
gotcha.
still could enroll, but there's no
Right.
line, and no
Right,
one's
right,
gonna
right.
whatever. Anyway, so he's literally the last. Like we're about to shut it. I mean, he pulls up. He's the last person. He's wearing a mask and he's wearing that fucking hat that he always fucking
Stupid
wears.
fucking
And I'm like trying to peep it out. I'm like, who is this guy? Yada yada. He comes up, scans on the beeper. Neil deGrasse
Oh
Tyson.
my god, that is insane.
I go. Oh.
you said, "Oh, oh no."
I said, it's so crazy. Go ahead and scan your boarding pass. I said, it's so crazy that you're here right now. And he goes, I got to be somewhere in the universe. And I go,
What a
that's so
douchebag.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What a
This guy
fucking
was so
douchebag.
I gotta tell you my impression. Egomaniac.
Ego man. to the
Wanted us
max.
to recognize him so bad, first of all. I mean, he was wearing a mask and a hat, so he's kind of low prof. But like once we knew who he was and we knew who
Eating
he
it
was, eating it up. He was just somewhere in the universe.
And he's so incredulous about aliens. He's saying, no way, no how. He's part of, I forget, Occam's razor. It's the easiest solution or whatever. If they were here, we would have seen him by now. And he's just, that really,
That piss you off?
a little bit.
I don't believe aliens are here.
No, not that. The whole experience. All encompassing. When I see that, you got to be somewhere in the universe on top of
unbelievable,
on
right?
top of the no aliens and being so sure that there's no aliens. It's just it rubs me
I gotta
the wrong
say,
way.
it was a total jackass comment, but also mind blown because I was like, if you think about it, it's like, dude, what are the
Kind of like he did
Neil-
he did the thing.
He did the thing. I'm like, what are the chances?
do the thing.
Me and Neil deGrasse Tyson are in the same place at the same time. I mean, what are the chances of that?
I mean,
You know?
I'm sure someone could calculate it. What ask,
he could.
ask AI?
We could ask him.
I mean, that's true. It is, and it is a cool experience. Getting to see Neil deGrasse Tyson, having him say that is cool. Don't get me wrong. Having a philosopher say something philosophical,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Kind of cool in the way that, like,
What a
I saw
conceited
Charlie.
douche.
I saw Charlie Sheen on crack the other day. It's like, it's cool that you saw that, but that's not cool. You know?
Right? Yeah, exactly. Wow. That does change my opinion of it a little bit, Neil. Shit. But that's a sick job to where you can have interactions like that pretty frequently, I'd say.
That's what when that
There's
happened.
Every week there's a new person.
When that happened, I was like, first thing I thought of was the pod, obviously. I was
got
like,
the text right away.
Yeah, Jim got the text right away.
And I said, at work, question marks. I was like, God, if this is outside of work, who knows what
I've just
Jlannd's
been on
asking
a
this
freaking
guy.
heater. Gary V, Alicia Keys, Neil deGrasse Tyson, OGZ Shoreline Mafia. Crazy. I have a draft idea if you want to do it. You hate that?
I mean, I'm not typically a fan of drafts on the fly because I like getting ready, but
No, let's do. Wait, I want to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Boog wants to be included in
Big draft guy, Johnny Manziel. This guy.
So I was thinking we do the worst. I was thinking we do the worst guys draft.
Worst guys, as in just human beings on planet Earth.
Not specific, but like
Like
the worst guy is the guy that doesn't put his blinker on and
the guy-
turns quick.
a guy that Jim real estate guy who just fucking posts real estate
like one of
or a crypto guy fucking or it could be more niche like fucking guy who doesn't use T like on the golf course.
Oh.
DOD
I see.
Guy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like it. Boog, you get the concept. You think you can drum up 5 of these?
I think so. I hope so.
I'm gonna struggle. Let me tell you,
It's on the fly.
I'm gonna struggle, but I'm down to do it. But Boog, you got one in mind? We'll vamp a little bit. Get one in mind because you should have first round. First draft of yours, you should have 1-1.
Can I go first?
Just do it. Come on.
Oh no, you want 1-1.
No.
I wanted to help you.
Josh's
No, go.
podcast.
No,
Let him have 1-1.
No,
seriously. I want to hear what Josh. I want to hear what Josh said. I want to hear what Josh
Hey,
said.
it's
No.
It's the Landers cast.
Hey,
It's
technically-
all
I don't
right.
have one. I don't have one. It is.
He doesn't have one. He looked me in the eyes, and he told me with his eyes, Josh.
I'll fine. I'll go. This one's
you
nowhere
got.
near
Don't
what
worry
you're
about it.
thinking.
Only if you want
I
to
hate
do
the
that.
guys. I hate the guys when their team is playing. They're tweeting during the game. It's
Live
like
tweeting.
shut up.
Ooh.
Unless it's like
pull.
unless it's like a sick
good.
play or like sick dunk.
Like
You want to tweet
legendary,
out.
iconic moment
But
that we
like,
remember forever.
but like fucking like third quarter, like a interception. This is why we lose. Oh, we're doing this. Like just like bullshit when the game's still going on. Shut up and just fucking watch your team play.
Yeah, especially shit
Talk
that
about it
has no
after.
context. Like
Yeah.
you're like, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
What was unbelievable? I'm not watching the game.
And I think the worst part is like a lot of these guys that are live tweeters have never played. If they've played in high school, that was like the cutoff. A lot of them never saw the field in high school, and then they're going to critique what they should be doing. That's the most frustrating one, where it's just like the teams just lose. Like teams lose, someone's got to lose the game, but they always have a better idea for something. It's
Yes,
like you should
offensive
be running
coordinators.
exactly, and it's like, shut the fuck up. You think this guy did not think of what you're thinking already? Like,
Right.
I
Think
like,
they're down here.
That's
Yeah.
a really good one. Live
Now, I
tweeters.
want to offer up. It just came to me right now. Do you want to go ahead and call out someone that fits this description? Is there someone that comes to mind that
Yeah.
live tweets?
Fan base, Niners fans.
Niners fans. All right, there it is.
That's so true. And they're the worst too, because it's the Niners have been so good, and they're notoriously been a second half team. And so you're the whole first half, you're just getting bitching and complaining. And then it turns immediately to, oh my God, Brock Purdy should have been the MVP. And you're like, shut the fuck up. It's crazy.
Yeah. Also, Sports Fever NFC Championship shirts. They still got them. Chips.
Do they actually?
I don't know.
That's
fire.
so good. Love that. All right. Live tweeters. And I can't hear the audio. We're just
That's
praying.
good. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna go with the I'm grinding in silence type.
Yeah.
That guy's the worst.
Yes, yes.
Don't grind in silence. No, actually do grind in silence.
You're
just don't let me know that you're grinding in silence. That's all I care about.
Those guys are the ones that say real G's move in silence
Like lasagna.
lasagna. You're just a real hard G on there. G. They are not silent. But yeah,
Tell them
I
they
mean,
can keep their P like pterodactyl.
I like that.
6.
Brown.
Did I miss one?
Six
Wow,
go.
damn, I missed the dap. But no, that one's good too, because I forget what I was going to say.
Because they're not grinding in silence.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
making an announcement, and it's like, do you want me to applaud for you? Because I'm rooting for you to grind in silence. Maybe tomorrow.
And I feel like they're not, most of the time, not grinding, period. It's they're not even grinding out loud. They're just
They
saying
have
they
nothing
are.
to show, and so they're saying, I grind in silence because I have nothing to show.
And I've seen a lot of people I know that I'm Facebook friends with that have become felons seem to say they're moving in silence.
Yep.
Seems to be a felon thing to do.
Yep. There you go. Red flag number one.
Red flag number one. I like that. That's a real cheese. It was such a sick saying the first time you heard it too. You're like, oh, fuck, that's good. And then the meme made its rounds. You're like, oh, fuck, that's
Don't say that.
That's brutal. All right. Well, I'm gonna go with what I said as a example because I'm a road rager. We know that. I mean, I should have a dash cam by now just so I can pull up clips. That should be a weekly segment on the show. Should be the dash cam confessionals.
That's fire.
But I'm gonna say people that don't use their blinker, just the absolute worst people. It takes fraction of a second. It's not even a full second, and then you're done. And yeah.
It helps everyone else know what you're going to do.
Helps everyone else
plan for that.
It's notoriously, and I get why you're not putting on your blinker. You're turning late, right? That's why you're not putting on the blinker most of the time. That's when the time you need it the most. You're just slamming on your brakes. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, is there someone in front of you? Am I going to have to hit a full stop here, or am I just hitting a slow go, which is what I tend to do. But yeah, people that don't use their blinkers can go fuck themselves. And I feel like Bay Area, bad problem.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, you got back to back, my boy.
Back to
I don't know if you were ready for
Thank
that.
God. Thank God. 'Cause I'm still searching.
Okay. Let's see. There it goes. The worst guy, number 2, the guy that sees you struggling with shit and doesn't offer up any help. And I'm all for like obviously some G's like to move in silence on their own. And like be like, I got this shit. But like if you see someone that's got their hands full and they're like trying to open a door and you like walk past them, that guy is the absolute worst scum person ever. But yeah, it's a simple one, but if you can't, I don't know how to put it in simple terms.
No, I heard someone say they have a 20-foot rule or a 20-yard rule. Like anyone who needs help within 20 yards of them,
I like that.
they're there to help.
I think I would switch to 20 foot. I would change the yards to feet, but
yeah,
exactly.
I think that's probably what he
I think
said.
I'm shrinking it.
What happened was I had a dead phone. I needed a ride to the BART station.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like waved him down. I was like, can I just get a ride to the BART? He's like, yeah, man, I'm doing a thing, man. Anyone 20 feet that needs help.
Damn. So you hitchhiked the BART?
Yeah, I did.
Damn, that's...
And he told me that was his policy. He's like 200 feet or 20 feet, 20 feet.
You just
like,
fucking follow behind the guy, stalk him, like always asking him for help. Hey, yo, man.
Can I get $5?
Guy, he's tie my shoe.
We hold $1, man.
I like that, though. Yeah, I like shrunken down circle for me. But that's a good rule to follow by. Because it is awkward, too, where it's like you're in that like halfway between. You're like, I can either hustle over there to help this person or... I just pretend like I never saw.
Right, and I think it's like about being where your feet are. You know, it's like let me just be in the moment, right here. There's another human being, that type of thing.
Love it. Yeah. So that's mine. Again, no simple words for it, but alrighty.
That was good. All right, my next one, and it's kind of on the same page as the live tweeting one. Is the if that was me, I would have guy.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, they always know how to swing for you. If we're playing golf, if that was me hitting that chip, I would have fucking played it higher.
I would have hit a soft 7, let it bump and run here.
You're putting for triple bogey here,
exactly.
And so let's just shut the fuck up, you know. And it goes back to the like watching a game. You know, you're a fan. Oh, if that was me, I would have. Dude, Kyle Shanahan's like, he knows football. You know,
he's the head coach.
I know
for
he's
a
fucking idiot, and it feels like he's a fucking idiot.
He doesn't know the rules, but he knows.
But trust
football.
me, there's more variables that he's considering that you're not even thinking about.
100%.
You know, so if it was you, you wouldn't, because it's not you, because it wouldn't be you, because it's not you.
Right.
Golf's really one of those sports where like you shouldn't really say anything.
Unsolicited advice is the worst.
Unless someone asks, like that's.
Oh, you're different. No unsolicited advice. I'm of the group of, if the guy like gives you a look that says what happened, you give it to him. You don't need to say it with words. A look can say it.
If someone's pissed, you say nothing. If someone's lost, you know, like they're just looking, they're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's usually when they're
Depends on the person.
They have to be significantly worse than you.
Yeah,
they have to be a whole tier. Like we couldn't play without handicap.
Like, but like,
you know,
like you're not doing that to like your fourth,
right?
Like that you don't know. Like who's just coming on? Like this is like someone who like you?
You're right.
And I feel like a lot of the time it's the fourth that you don't know that is giving the advice.
Correct.
You know what
And that's why they're
it's not
playing
the other way around. Yes,
a
solo.
Yeah.
7.
Johnny
I like that one. I would have.
This one's for John.
Classic. My second one is the guy who doesn't know how to read a parking lot. Like there's a bunch of spaces and he still has to park right next to a fucking car. Especially when you're still in the car.
Right.
It's like, dude, that happened yesterday at San Jose Muni. Like this fucking, I won't say the race, guy pulled in right next to my dad and we were early. So like there was spaces everywhere and my dad's like, this whole entire lot you park right next to me.
Well,
like,
and they're
screaming.
compact. That's the worst part. Muni at the top is all compact spots. And so it's like you could literally park one over. It's like the urinal thing. That's how I look at it. It's a little different because right? That was a good one. But that was at least 2. I mean, he didn't even fucking this bullshit.
I was so excited to let off.
I like the white boy dap up. We need a snap at the end.
Shut up, Pierce.
But yeah, no, that one's brutal. Just crowding the space.
I'm one where it's like stay away from my car. Like if someone parks like relatively close to either one of my bumpers, like I'm like doing circles. Hopefully they fucking come outside and be like, dude, what the fuck?
Well,
like,
funny you say that. Before this podcast today, I went to Burrito Factory, great establishment. Bean, cheese, and rice burrito. Just got some dental work done. Not trying to do a lot of chewing.
Love that.
So I go to the place, and right out front, full-ish parking lot, the guy right out front is parked over his line by a good 4 inches. He's got a bigger car, but he has like a foot on the other side. Just parked like a dick. So me driving the small Saturn and being as limber as I am, I park in that spot as close as humanly possible to him, to where he can't open the door. Not get in it, can't open the door. And then I climbed out the passenger side. So there was like a foot on like the passenger side where I had so much room. I could have just like let it go. And I was like, fuck this guy, like eat a dick. And he backed in. So his driver's side door is, I didn't want to look out the window because I would have had to say something. So I just sat there, got my burrito, and then I didn't see what happened. I didn't see if he tried to come out or not, but pretty funny.
He was in the car.
I didn't see if he made it or tried to make it back, but you got one more.
Oh shit, yeah. I just had it too. Fuck.
This has been a challenging one trying to come up. Like when it's coming to me, I'm kind of on the spot here. Like I think of one and then I forget it and then I got to rethink of it.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Someone who kind of like takes their job too seriously. Like someone who's gonna like charge for extra sauce. Like I get like your manager's right behind you when someone asks like I gotta charge you 25 cents. But like anything else, no. Like come on, like you're not solving world hunger. You're not
exactly.
They're not curing cancer. Like come on now. Like you work at a clothing store, or like when I worked at a golf course, like stuff would happen. It's like, guys, like we're just providing a serve. We're just like here to make sure customers are happy. If they're happy, we're good. We don't need to like change the entire like philosophy of golf and fucking putting stuff away. Like,
yeah. And there's a darker side to that too. I feel like where like I worked a job at an ice cream shop where people would try and like, oh, I forgot to add this on, but we had a minimum charge for like cards. Mm-hmm. And so people would then pay cash. And instead of ringing it up, people would just be like, fuck, I just pocket $2 cash. Like just took it pretty much as tip money. So it's like, one, they shouldn't be doing, you know what I mean? Like, like, why are you taking your job too serious to begin with? And two, I've seen it where people are like doubling down on the assholeness that they have. But yeah, nothing worse than going to Mickey D's, getting a 20-piece nuggets, and they're like, oh, we gave you the 3 prescribed sauces. And I'm like, hey, suck my dick, give me 5. I'm trying to put a straw in one of these. Who cares what I'm doing with it? It's literally you're not losing money.
Yeah.
Right.
You're getting paid.
Right.
And
I might even tip you if you hook it up. That's like the thing is like, it's no risk for you, but it's all upside. You hook me up with a free orange juice.
Right.
And put yourself in that position. I mean, I'm a sauce guy. I need sauce. I mean,
100p. I think there's also God, I've been losing what I'm saying all day. I don't know.
All right, my turn. I'll jump in here. All right.
wait, what's happening with this thing?
You really don't watch.
He doesn't watch, bro. He's never seen a single.
It's the football.
We do the draft.
Oh,
You
that
didn't
is
watch it at all.
hilarious. That is
He's like, yeah, I watched Once Upon a Time. Didn't watch the whole episode to see the draft at the end.
Honestly, it was like a podcast I put on for my nap. Like,
I do that too.
some background noise.
Nice to fall asleep to our voice.
A little lullaby.
That was clean.
Shut up here.
But you didn't snap? Was that out of
I did snap.
I didn't.
Clean Rock 1.
My bad. All right. The worst type of guy is the do it with me guy. Peer pressure, bro. You know?
Yep.
No, you take a shot of Fireball. I'll be okay. You know? And if you want to offer it, offer it. That's
Exactly.
Fine. That's fine. And I'm going to say no, but don't take it personal when I say no. Just because you're doing a drug doesn't mean I have to do a drug. I'm right here. I'm not judging you.
And offering is different than peer pressuring, right? Saying, hey, do anybody want any of this? Is different than like, come on, you guys are fucking bitches. You're really gonna make me do this alone? And
Bingo. You're really gonna make me do this alone in the extreme situation.
Exactly. Yeah. And I never caved to peer pressure. I love peer pressure because I do the opposite. Whatever you want me to do, you want me to stay here, I'm gonna leave right fucking now. I don't care. See you later.
Yep.
But yeah, were you guys big into caving to peer pressure back in high school? So I mean, I feel like that's
Depends.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like running my car into trash cans, yes.
I was gonna say just drinking.
Other things, no.
Same.
Like if I think about the frequency of how often I'm drinking hard liquor, it was like 50% in high school. After that, I've just been like pretty much.
I know.
I don't actually enjoy drinking that type of shit.
I prefer, if I'm gonna drink, I do prefer just like a glass of something now as opposed to beers. Beers fuck my stomach up.
Yeah.
But I like that one, the peer pressure guy. There's no one worse too. Always the loudest guy. Always the guy that you're like, hey, when's so and so leaving? Because we're trying to fucking.
It's innocent, but then in other times it's like, no, they just need someone to do it with them, so they're not.
Exactly.
You know?
They want to not be culpable on their own. They want to say, well, we were doing it, and it's like,
exactly.
That's what ends you in.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, that guy
Just do your
usually
drugs,
ends up with a addiction of some sort. So,
Yep.
yeah, that's it.
There you go.
All right. What is that? Push the button.
That's Caleb Williams going to the Broncos, baby.
Hey,
What?
Caleb Williams going to the Bronx. Russ out. They're trading up.
Worst contract in the history of football, I'm pretty sure.
One up. Jamarcus Russell.
Deshaun Watson.
So by year, the most dead cap per year that's hit, he has the number 1 and the number 3. Like
but it's also, that's a sign of the
2025.
times. The payments are way bigger.
You're right, but still.
Adjust for Joe Biden's
I think
inflation.
Deshaun Watson's
Jamarcus
contract
would be way
is
up there.
True.
Deshaun's innocent, by the way.
Agree.
Allegedly.
Wink, wink. Okay, so the guy that, and this is 3 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The worst is the guy that doesn't offer any up. So we're all somewhere.
The opposite of the peer pressure guy.
The opposite of the peer pressure guy, yes. Because we've all been at a time where you forget whatever you're trying to partake in. You forget your beer. You forget your party supplies. Exactly. And then you're sitting there with your thumb up your
But we're here
ass.
to party.
But we're here to party. And the guy that hasn't offered any up has forgotten his supplies countless times. And you were always like, oh, if it's here, what's mine's ours, right? Yeah. And then that guy starts bogarting the supplies, if you will.
Yeah, and say you muster up the pride to say, hey, let me get one. And then he has the audacity to be like, nah.
Crazy.
Where's yours? Crazy.
The amount of times that people have asked me, yo, let me get a snap is, I think the ratio is like 500 to 1 to me asking. Like it's absolutely bonkers how much.
You've never asked.
I've never been ill prepared. I've been ill prepared like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
And I feel guilty being like, hey, can I please? And then you got other people that are like, just show up to the party empty-handed every single time.
Someone's smoking, or someone's doing it.
Exactly. So
someone will have it.
Yeah, that guy is the absolute...
The guy that never has what he needs to have.
Exactly. The worst. So you call it what you want. The ill-prepared guy. The guy that doesn't have his sand wedge. The guy that forgot his putter at home and needs to use yours for 18 holes.
Yeah.
Eat me. So that's one.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
Yeah, I mean, another one that we discussed and I brought up earlier in the podcast, it's going to be the self-important Twitter thread, bro. Again, I applaud you. You have more courage than I, because I am certainly not putting myself out there like that. But
and the reason you don't put yourself out there like that is because you don't want to be that guy.
Exactly, and because I don't think I have knowledge that everybody else doesn't. And that's where we get caught in these threads, is they think they're bestowing some unknown.
That's the tone of like Twitter or like an Instagram post. Is like you're supposed to be like saying something that's like the implied whatever. Like you're saying something that no one else.
Right. And it's like
we're running out of like, you don't have to be the wisdom guy.
Exactly. The wisdom guy, which is brutal. And then, I mean, that one's, I think that's 8, 9. But yeah, the thread guy he's tough. It's a tough follow. It's tough to say that you're friends with them sometimes.
You downloaded Threads?
No.
Me either.
Don't need another social media. I'm trying to get rid of some. Think I'm going to the flip phone next.
Nice. Respect.
Yeah.
Consolidate.
Did you see I posted a picture today of a Cybertruck, matte black Cybertruck?
Mm-mm.
And it was like, you couldn't even tell what it was. My phone, the stabilizer in my camera's broken. Literally, my phone's so fucked, but it's so good. All right, those are mine. Sefe Oshwa. This is round 4?
Yes. Yeah, this is about my 4th pick.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to decide if I want to be on like the serious note, like really don't fucking be this guy, or just like the...
Wait, is there 4 rounds or 5?
5.
Okay.
So you got double in your gun.
Yeah. So I'm not going to do the serious one. I'm going to do like more like the fun. So don't be the I can't because of someone else guy. Mainly girlfriend. Can't do it, girlfriend, yada, yada. Can't do it, wife. Hey, you can't do it. You can't do it. Just tell me you can't do it.
Because you could. This is America. You
that's what I'm saying.
You could do it.
You're choosing, you want to do something else more. It doesn't have to be like, I can't because I have a wife,
Right.
Because I have a kid. It's just like, I mean, it is kind of like a reason. Like they're trying to help you and give you context. Like I'm not just saying no, I have other responsibilities. But
yeah,
no,
like,
that's just say no, man.
Exactly.
Can't do it.
I'm a big boy. I can handle a rejection.
I'm big on that too. Like someone asks you for a cigarette. I'm not a cigarette smoker. If someone asks me for a cigarette, nope.
Yeah.
I don't need to explain I don't smoke. I don't need to explain, this is my last one. Or
see, we got into this a little bit last time with the hobos. You can't call them that anymore, but whatever. Hobos.
Not this time. That's always my one.
Yeah, exactly. Is when they ask you for money, you just say no, because if you say not this time, they're gonna keep asking. Oh, is this the right time now? No,
yeah, exactly.
No, my boy Peter still almost PTSD'd and killed me.
Or you say, I don't got any cash. That's okay. I have Apple Pay.
Yeah, I'd be like, fucking suck a dick then. How's that sound, boy? No, I like that one. That's a good one. Boog, you ready for 4 and 5?
I'm ready for 4. I like the I Have a Wife. It's good film title.
Because I have a wife.
Because I have a wife. Have you seen
what type of film? Porno? What are we talking about? You knew what I was talking about. Yeah.
You knew what I was talking about.
Real quick, do you guys think it's weird that, let's say I have a friend who's been dating a girl for 2.5 years, met her 3 times, but consider him a good friend.
Wait, rewind? Sorry. What are you saying?
His friend has a girlfriend. They've been dating
2 years or so.
Yeah.
3 years.
And I've met her like on
you've
average.
met her.
Yeah. I've met her like once, twice. Is that weird?
No. But he's met her more than that, right?
It's his girlfriend.
No, that's why. Well,
Fucking
of course,
dipshit.
you're asking a question like, "Is this crazy?" I thought.
Yeah, because
strange setup.
usually with your friends, you hang out.
in a way of like,
No, I hear you.
he's kind of trying to hide you from his girlfriend.
Yeah, like that's what it's.
Yeah.
That's what it seems.
I see.
Not me from her or her from like I don't know.
He
I
wasn't
don't
trying
know.
to hide his kid from the world. He's trying to hide the world from his
Exactly.
kid.
Dre had it in my bag.
Good. No, but I don't think so. Because some people just like their romantic life to be a little more private.
Right.
While others are like, no, like your friends hang out with my friends and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Some people are like, nah, we just be like ordering DoorDash and fucking.
That's crazy to me, but yeah, I mean it makes sense.
I guess it just depends how close, man.
Pretty close.
I mean, dude, but 2 to 3 years, pretty close. And dating 2 to 3 years is like, that's when you start to be like, oh, this person is officially a part of my life. So it's like,
and that's why I mean,
where
like
it's
at the beginning, I get it
You don't
because you're like,
know.
how long is this person going to be here? Like, I don't. And then we have the opposite where one of our friends will take his girl on a first date to like our friend group function, like something at people's house. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, same guy we were talking about earlier in the pod. I hope he's doing well. The one that I said, I hope he's doing well. He'll bring like a girl on a first date and be like, "This is just met on Tinder," and like introducing her to like 20 new people off the get. And so it's like, I don't know. It just seemed odd.
That's always the thing with like Thanksgiving too. It's like, I don't think you should bring like your girlfriend to Thanksgiving every time you have a girlfriend, because it's like
That's true.
It's like you want to be serious, girl, and then like your like family gets to compare like whatever girl you do bring to last year's girl,
which is
like
funny,
that's not good. Like,
because I feel like there's always someone, not in the immediate family, but in the larger family, that's always got a different girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone's always like, "Who's he
Does
coming
no one
with
think
today?"
that's awkward? I'm like,
it is,
yeah.
which is
that's what I'm like. I wish
But
people
I mean,
didn't do
but
that.
it is like kind of like
a test, like a moment.
no, not a
checkpoint.
test, but like kind of like a good thing. Like, oh, he's a player. Like he bags chicks. Like if you're able to keep,
You think you're on?
no, because like to be able to get a girl to come to your family every like a different girl every single year. I mean, like most girls be like, "Oh, I have this," or "Oh, I'm doing that." Like,
True.
To be
says a lot about you
to be
to
consistently bagging them.
But I think it shows a red flag about you. It's like, oh, like you get a new girl over here every year. It's like, how about you don't invite them to Thanksgiving so they don't think it's fucking whatever.
It's also situational.
Yeah,
that's what they call you.
Situation.
Situation.
Boog, lay it on us. Round 4.
Okay, so round 4. This one, follow me here. The guy who like can enjoy guys being guys.
Yes. Oh, is there that might be the best pick of the draft, just because I can't swear around you. You're gonna draw the line at me swearing. Yeah. How fucking old are we? I mean, it's crazy. And
like, don't be like, guys, we're too grown to be making poop jokes.
Exactly.
Like that type of shit. Like, hey guys, we're too old for this. Like, we're too old for this guy. Come on.
I'm laughing.
Like, I get it, and I am that guy in certain situations. Certain things you say here, I'll be like, guys, like that struck a chord with me. You know,
exactly.
like I'll say something.
But even then, I just go hands off and disengage. You don't say. I don't know. Saying something to the boys.
But yeah, don't be that fucking guy. You got to be a guy's guy.
It goes,
especially when, like you said, they once upon a time were like with the guys, but like we're fine with everything that was going on, and then whether it was a girlfriend or just kind of how time.
That's my favorite, when the girlfriend's around doing stuff you used to do with a guy to get them to break, and so the girlfriend, and you're almost doing the girlfriend a favor, right? Showing them who the real person is.
I'm a big proponent of that, you know.
But there's a fine line of being addicted, because some guys will accuse you of trying to be funny for my girl, and it's like, no, I'm trying to show her that you're not an absolute stuck-up loser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be funny for her, although she probably thinks I'm hilarious. That's not what we're going for, you know?
Hey.
But that one's
Jim's slowly catching up on the daps, by the way. We're 8-5 here. It's crazy.
I'm a back half pod.
5, bro. You guys
podcast.
went from 2 to 5 in one dab. Jesus.
Hey, shit.
Snaps
Did you get
bonus.
Your last one in?
What?
That's 5. So you went.
Oh yeah, I gotta get another one.
Oh yeah. This should be 5.
Shit, I fucking said the 4th and forgot about that.
That one is really good because there's nothing worse than seeing your boy change in front of your eyes and you're like, oh, she's ripping the soul out right from him.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's good. Sometimes your boy needs a good calming down, right?
Correct. But sometimes I feel like guys, like, they feel like the stakes are so high with their relationship, like they don't want to lose their girl.
Yeah.
And they try and be like, you know, someone that she approves or whatever instead of just being themselves, you know?
Feel that.
Like, it could get to that point where it's like, no, you're a funny guy, man. Fucking crack some jokes.
Exactly.
Like, don't be so shelled up. Is she hurt? Like, blink twice if you're okay.
Morse code.
Yeah. Just zoom in on that shit. That's hilarious. I almost peed my pants. Looking at you do Morse code with your eyes.
Have you seen
Wait,
that?
dude, didn't your grandpa do Morse code with his eyes to write a book?
It
like-
wasn't Morse code. They
but
pointed to him on a board.
He blinked, right?
Yeah. To yes for once for yes, twice for no.
That's the coolest
That would
shit.
have been a long,
vice versa.
long book.
Yeah, it's just a book of
15
like
years?
quotes, like inspirational quotes.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, it's like 20 pages. It's
Available on
enough.
Amazon?
No, definitely not. My grandma's got copies up the wazoo though.
Hey.
Edge. You drum up a fifth.
Yeah, I just had it. Fuck. Shit in a bucket.
You're good.
Come back to me.
You're good.
Come back?
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. I'm gonna be
We're trading.
Don't be a woman hater, man. AKA, like, don't be like guys that think it's men versus women. You know, that's all.
I'm gonna jump in there.
Jump in.
I'm gonna jump in
Don't be a man versus woman guy.
I'm all for, you know, just people treat people how they're supposed to be treated.
Yes.
Obviously, like we all know that. Like we're all like all this whatever the fucking word is.
You're like Dave Portnoy. Can't say
all this like, oh,
'cause he's not
they
one.
belong in the kitchen. Like, no, that's all stupid like that.
Yeah.
But let me just say this. I saw something today on Instagram, and it's like, oh, gee whiz, guys, you now can play as a girl in MLB The Show 24, and it's called Pave the Women's Journey in MLB. What? Is there a large yellow ball in MLB The Show? Like, they have their own
fair.
sport. And then,
Yeah.
and then vice versa, fucking ESPN. I'm watching a guy's NBA basketball game. 2 girls are calling it. Why on God's green earth are 2 women calling an NBA basketball game? WNBA, college basketball, women's. Caitlin Clark, love her. A huge fan. Love everything about her. Angel Reese. Don't like her antics on the court, but hey, you can get down, shorty. But
You think a woman can't call a game because she's never played men's basketball? Is that what it is?
that, and I just think
'Cause I think
there's
other-
more qualified people out there. Like,
That's. What
I
it
saw a
comes
clip
down
when Steph hit a 3 earlier this year when he pointed to Reggie Miller's son. Like there was the tweet and there was a quote over it and it was like Candace Parker ruined this Steph clip and you could just she's like ha 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 and it's like it's horrible. Like what? And then now they have Doris Burke and Mike Breen as like because when Doc Rivers went to
Doris is a legend.
when
Love
Doc.
him.
She's
Go
a
ahead.
legend. She's a legend
I'm not
interviewing LeBron after the game. She's not a legend fucking I don't need to hear your opinion, Doris. I really don't about what you think about the Sixers or the Celtics. I mean, holy shit, just horrible. Why would you get rid of Van Gundy? Why would you get rid of Mark Jackson? I mean, that was the golden standard. Everyone who knows basketball knows that was the golden standard. And now it's just I mean, it's embarrassing. They had to bring in JJ Redick because they couldn't just do.
Are we
Breen
Reddit guys? I
and-
kind of like Reddit.
I
Oh
do-
yeah, no, I'm saying
Yeah, I like
former players are who should be calling games or former coaches.
Yeah,
I like
yes
that.
and no, because I want to call a game one day.
No,
You know what I mean?
no, and
If
you
it's only going to the
and
fucking
you-
former players and stuff like that.
I hate to say it, but like
It should be for some fucking normal people that didn't play in the NBA too.
But there's, I
Which was
think,
my point of
I think the difference here is Boog is saying, be whoever, but be qualified. They're shoehorning women into spots in these announcing spots because they have a quota to fill. It's not necessarily the right guy. There's JJ Reddicks. There's a bunch of guys.
Richard
that,
Jefferson, so many
exactly,
guys.
that probably would be the next in line if.
I mean, what was wrong with Van Gundy and Mark Jackson, 2 former players and coaches?
Nothing. I have no disagreement.
No, I know. I'm just saying like the whole like this we need to infiltrate females into sports, especially men's sports is just like whoa, like I get it. Like
Let me ask you this.
pay gap and everything like that. Kelsey Plum pass the
Do you
ball.
think that men should be calling WNBA games? Or could they?
They could, but I mean, throw all the women over there and bring us the men. I'm totally cool with it.
Yeah.
But that's
I'm
what
just
goes
interested
back
in
to
what
my
makes them
point.
disqualified. And I'm not saying they're not. I'm just asking.
That's not.
There are better options.
That's the more thing.
There's
There's
better-
better options.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Especially that's why I'm so hung up on the Mark Jackson and Van Gundy, because they were just so good. ABC finals, like you looked forward to hearing those voices, and it's not like they said something wrong or something controversial that caused them to get fired. Like they just didn't continue their contracts.
And I mean, this might sound bad, but as a guy, sports are like your escape,
Locker room
right?
vibes.
Yeah. You go to watch sports with the boys, like you're bullshit and I just don't want to hear women's voice on TV. Like,
There's a difference. There's a difference.
And that's not all. It's not all the time, right? But like you're at a bar at a game, like they're playing the sound. It's like sometimes it just throws things off.
Preferences
and like
are preferences.
Exactly. And so, but again, there's room for
I think
everything.
was my
So,
point. Is
yeah.
that,
No. For sure.
and what I was trying to say is that anytime a woman succeeds, it doesn't have to take away from the man's success or shit like that. Or every time a woman succeeds, it doesn't have to be because she's a woman. Nothing about the specific examples you've given. But in general, I think you'll see people be like, oh, a girl gets promotion. It'll be like, they just gave it because she's a chick, you know?
Right.
And it's just like, dude, just it doesn't have to be about that, you know? It's just like, it doesn't have to be us versus them. It could just be like,
I think
you know,
sports
is where
brings
it's
it's a bigger
very
issue, but like not even just the player, like refs as well. Like they're trying to hit like the NFL. Like say what you want. I know a guy who's a professional NFL ref, and he's like they are fast tracking women to be NFL refs for whatever reason.
the DIE shit, yeah.
But yeah, DEI.
It's so they could be like, we're doing this.
But like my initial take is like I think a woman could call a referee game. You know, could referee an NFL game.
Exactly.
Because all the rest of the guys didn't play fucking football at a high level either.
Exactly. But it
But it
becomes
doesn't
the
mean
qualified.
that they have to be pushed up there.
It comes back down to the qualified thing where or the play like are the players going to respect a woman official as much as a male official? That I don't know. I've seen it countless times where the NBA ref who's a woman makes a call and the guy goes and has a word with her for a second, immediately turns away and talks to a guy ref. He's for whatever, I don't know if it's they can't do it or there's another call that ref missed, but sure seems like they just don't want to have anything to do with her for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like,
and I think that's what I'm trying to say is don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Go complain to the ref.
Yeah.
Go complain to the fucking
there you
ref.
go. Yeah, I like that.
You don't have to fucking complain to the male ref, you know? Whatever.
Yeah.
But I just threw that one out there. My other one I was going to go with, which I thought was going to lead to more serious and vibe killer, was going to be, like, don't be a creep. Like, there's so many guys out here that are fucking creeps. Like, straight up creeps. And you're the fucking worst. But that didn't need to be said, right? We all know.
You would
think.
You would think.
Those guys are the worst.
But yeah, no, definitely. And the women one didn't. I don't think it was that serious in terms. But
no, that was just it needed to be. It needed to be. It sparked the combo stuff that needed to be said.
Yeah.
But the MLB the show is kind of crazy, but it's just funny because you can tell they did no work on the woman's body. They just put her face on a guy's body, and so it's like doesn't have tits. Like
this is what the woman would look like if she was.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy.
But like for me, like I think women should be able to play in the MLB if they're good enough.
Sure.
Right? And so if you believe that, I don't know what the rule is. But if you believe that, then just throw the woman in the video game. I don't see how that hurts.
But I agree, but it's all based on performance.
100%.
And that's
my thing on the WNBA too.
I think we need to get the best woman baseball player, put her in spring training against nobody. Just let her play whatever position she plays. We'll simulate games. We'll have pitchers throw her live ABs, and then that's where
it won't go
she starts of what?
I don't think it'll go well.
Oh, I don't either. But that's what I'm saying. That's where the caliber of the road to show. Because they're not going to make her a 50 right out the gate. She's going to be a 70 like everybody else. Yeah. So it's like, let's take the best one in the world. Let's see where we're at. I don't know. That's fun though. Fun.
No, it's just like the whole like feminism just kind of like it's the rubber meets the road where it's like, all right, do we want it to be based off of skills and performance? Fine. No WNBA. The best women have the right to now try out for the NBA.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I
and
was.
then it's like, it doesn't really work, right?
We talked about this. I forget which podcast, but about like lowering the hoops of the WNBA. Like, why should they be playing on the same hoops as men? They're biologically so different.
It's a logistical thing.
I know, and that's what we said.
We
The
talked about
parks,
it, right?
the
Yeah,
10
the
feet
parks.
at parks,
Yeah.
exactly. But it's just crazy that they
But
are the same.
entertainment value would be awesome.
way
We
way
need
better.
boobs.
Exactly. All right.
All right.
Round 5. Look, either you got it or I can go.
Go ahead.
God, I don't know.
You got 4 and 5, huh?
No, I just have
Oh.
because I doubled up last
Gotcha.
2, so I just got 5 here. The worst guy is the guy that cares too much about money. Whether it be he's spending too much money or too conservative with his money, either way, I don't care. If you care that much about your money,
Don't come to dinner if you're just going to order water.
exactly. Or if you're gonna be the guy that's like, I'll order for the, you know what I mean? Like trying to big dick everyone. I don't need you either. Hey, go have a walk. Which is like, I don't know. I feel like it's like right in the, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to be a happy medium.
No,
But like,
I mean the guy that assumes that you're going to care about how much money he has.
there you go.
In both ways.
In
I guess
both-
it's still way both ways.
exactly.
Like, hey,
Yes,
man, like,
yes,
it's all
yes,
good.
yes.
Like, you know?
Right.
But-
Or like, yeah. And I feel like this all stems from like way back when, like asking your friends in high school, like, hey, you want to get some lunch? And like your friend not having money. And like me, I worked a job since I was like 15. So it's like, I always had a little bit of change. It's like, no, like I'll pay. Like,
pay, yeah, we'll
don't
go get
worry
lunch.
about it. Like, just go get lunch. But like, I feel like it can stem from there. I don't know. But like, just worrying too much
No,
about
but
money.
then the other guy that gets a nice job and is like, dude, you know how much I make now? Like, I can't get
Exactly.
lunch. Like,
Exactly.
You know?
And it's like, I don't know. And
No,
maybe
I
it's just me.
definitely
I've
feel that.
literally never given a fuck about money. I could have $0. I could have, I wouldn't say a million because I think that would change things, but as much money as I've ever had. And I'm like,
You're living
it
your
doesn't change where I'm at. So
Yeah.
yeah, the money guy is always the worst.
he is.
Just a douchebag. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I have any of those guys anymore. I feel like we've kind of weeded them all out. Like, but yeah, it's just
It's just at a certain point, like when you have a like nice job, or like a high paying job, it's like you have to be in character, and it's like giving up like your actual identity. And if
That
you
goes
grew
back
into
to-
someone and that's like the
Right,
path you want to be
right.
on, by all means, just because you changed doesn't mean that's bad. But like if you,
It
just,
also doesn't
That's-
mean you're better than.
but it
that
also
person.
doesn't
exactly. But that's also another worst guy is the
I've
guy
grown.
that changes at the drop of a hat. My old roommate who said,
That was the
"Hey,
old
I
me.
was picked on in high school. I'm gonna pierce my ears and just assume a new persona."
Mm-hmm.
That guy fucking blows.
That was the old me. Well, you still owe me
Yeah.
$50.
Yeah. That's like Ryan.
I know it was the old me
Ryan
back
in
then.
The Office after he gets out of rehab. Remember that? He's like, oh, no, that was the old Ryan. I'm a changed guy. And
Yeah.
then Kevin goes and knocks the mirror off his car. He goes, no, that was the old Kevin.
The old Kevin, exactly.
That's-
Yeah.
But you got to find room for both. Like on a personal growth journey, you have to be able to become a new person type shit. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like you still have to stay connected to
Exactly.
like
agree.
people money.
Stated roots.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the easy way out and just say the job guy.
Job guy.
Oh,
The
just
per- the-
who takes a job too serious.
Oh.
Who's just kind of like who like changes their whole persona following
Yeah.
like a job and like.
Was that not like your first pick?
No, it's different because he's saying like,
Wait, what was your first pick?
no,
I think earlier in the draft that was.
I forget. I think it was yours, but one of them was close of like changing with your girlfriend. I think it might have been Boogs, honestly, like the guy that changes with his
Yeah.
girlfriend, but that's different than like change the hat, dropping
Becoming
your
a
whole,
character.
literally becoming a character that you then believe that you are. You know what I mean? Like it always strikes me as strange. Like I would sit there at night, like thinking this guy that is my roommate, like who is he? You know what I mean? Like I would be partaking in some fun activities before that, but that would get me on those train of thoughts. But I'd be like, I can't. I just feel like you can't trust those guys. You're like, who the fuck? Like you just told me you lied. I don't
change, but you're still you.
Exactly.
Like, you never get to wipe the slate clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But we'll give you grace.
We'll try. If you're from Vegas, not as much grace. But yeah, no, that's a good one. Just the chameleons. That's what we call them. The chameleons. Someone who's always trying to be the next thing. It's like, dude, go fuck yourself. And that's one thing I can say confidently is I've always been kind of a dick, for lack of better words. I'll just say what I want to say.
What's the thing?
It's been who I've been since middle school, and it's like, yeah, that's
the thing.
You don't like it?
Yeah, sorry.
Would you rather be known as being real and a dick, or everyone like you and have to be fake all the time?
I mean, see, if you're me, you get the best of both worlds. You get to be real and a dick, and then voted everyone's friend in his senior year of high school.
Hey, how does that happen?
No.
I was gonna say, if it was a spectrum between cold hard honesty and being a dick and not giving a fuck versus like wanting people to like you, I'm more on the I'm like likable. I like to like smile in interactions even if I'm not in a good mood. Like that type. And I see it in myself. I'm like, dude, you're so fucking fake nice. It's mainly like work, but still. Yeah.
But I think we're at the opposite ends of that spectrum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in the same place. Because I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like
I'm like, I don't care how bad of a mood I'm gonna be in. Like you're gonna get a sunshiny fucking.
I'm like, I don't care how good of a mood I'm gonna be in. If you say something dumb, I'm gonna tell you that's fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yeah, damn. That was 2 hours. That's damn near. It's pretty good. Might have been the best one yet.
Pop.
Until next time, folks.
There it is.
Peace.
Peace.